pissed off and you're in traffic and you're like, oh, that motherfucker can't drive for shit.
Yes.
And if you're picturing somebody in your head right now, you're a little racist.
Slightly.
Yeah, I was thinking of women too.
Yeah. What color?
Yeah.
I think, you know what, man? Fucking, I don't know. We never used to consider like racism like as it used to be a hateful thing. Now, if you just mention somebody's culture or ethnicity, you're racist. You're like, whoa, what? I'm not racist. I don't hate people because of it. It's more like we're stereotyping pretty much.
If you say like the black guy over there, people are like, "Whoa, dude, you can't say." I'm like, "What? He's fucking black."
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, he's brown.
Well, yeah, you know, but
It's like matte black.
He's matte black. He can't see shit.
Yeah, the word racism and stereotypes kind of just blended.
yeah.
Yeah, so now it's like the same shit.
I mean, look at us. You know, we employ, we have everybody on. No,
Good
just
thing
like,
for affirmative action.
Yeah. Yo, we make the same stupid racist jokes at Brandon all the time. I don't know why he still shows up.
I don't even know why we do, because you're half Colombian and I'm half Filipino.
All right, he's trying to get a pass now. He's trying to give us some.
So can he say the word or no? Like, where's the line?
So,
What's that?
I mean, listen, I'll say it if I'm joking or singing a song.
We had this conversation the other day. If my windows are up and I'm in my car by myself, I don't see the issue.
My windows are up.
You know, if I'm not bothering anybody, yeah.
Oh shit.
But like, if I'm out in public, hell no. I don't even like rap music if I'm out in public. I've never heard of it in my life.
My boy Luke Combs.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do with it. So you guys have been doing that podcast now for what? Less than a year, right?
Yeah, like 5 months.
5 months, man, and it blew up quick. And you were telling me, is Calvin Cato or Rob Fun that you guys kind of were talking or have some type of partnership with?
So, excuse me, both of them actually.
Yeah, I know they're kind of like one and the same.
Yeah, well, we haven't had either of them on yet, but we've talked.
That's going to be sick.
So we've talked with both of them. Got some stuff in the works that like I don't want to talk about yet.
You don't disclose. Yeah.
But, spill the beans.
But yeah, it's kind of cool, like the opportunities that are there to have some shit like that. The other day, they were actually talking about Aljamain possibly fighting Calvin in his first fight when he goes up weight. That would be so sick.
I don't know. I mean, if Calvin is such a fun stand-up pace kind of fighter to watch, it'd be a shame if Aljo just grabs him and pumps him the whole time.
Well, he's kind of like backing down from it. So they Aljo, yeah. So he said that they offered him 4 fights in the next weight class up. Yeah, at 145.
He's gonna get fucked up, bro.
And he said that I hate him. I can't.
What weight is he
him.
now?
135.
135.
But he's like killing himself to get down that low.
Yeah. So he was saying, he said the 3 fighters that they offered me, I'm just gonna say it right now. Like I've trained with them, they're my boys. I won't fight them.
That's so corny.
That's his cop out all the time.
Yeah.
That's my boy. I don't want to fight him.
Right.
Get the fuck over it. You're in the UFC.
Right.
And he's like, the other one was Calvin Cater, and he was like, well, now I'm training and I'm looking at all this shit and I'm like in the gym and I'm checking like if I gain this much weight and I lose this much speed, how hard does this hit? Because I don't want to get up there,
Bro, it's like
hit Calvin,
get up and fucking fight,
and have it feel like I'm hitting him with a pillow.
Is that a testament to like emotionally backed fighting versus just competitive fighting? Meaning like, we're boys, but we understand that we're professionals, we're fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Professional athletes that fight.
I personally, I like when 2 guys dislike each other.
Yeah, that
makes it that much better.
Yeah, it sells the fight a lot better.
100%. But you get these guys that just want to hold hands and like, oh yeah, that's my boy. I train with him. Like, I don't want to see that fight.
I don't even like it when they give each other respect in the ring.
Yeah,
like, hey,
bro,
the
the worst ever. I want to say, fuck, who was it? I know Stephen Thompson was one of them. It might have been Kevin Holland he was fighting. I don't know, but there was a fight where literally, bro, like they just kept every time somebody would land a clean shot, they'd be like, "Nice, high five."
It's
like,
what
do you
this
guys
shit,
playing
bro? Like,
patty
kill
cake?
this dude.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see that. You don't see
Nobody
that in
wants
other
to see
sports
that.
either.
Yeah,
Nobody
Like,
wants to see that.
No
you
one
want that
takes
like
it easy.
raw, like kill or be killed attitude.
Yeah.
Like go in there and start pummeling the other guy.
Well, and I say you don't see it in other sports because they're not really dodging each other. They don't really have the ability to dodge each other.
Yeah.
But I guess you do to a certain extent. Like you see the Lakers and the Celtics play each other. There's not that rivalry that there was years ago.
No, it's not
the
mean
same
anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I want those guys to dislike each other.
Right.
I wanted Peyton and
What's his
Brady to
name?
hate each other.
You want everybody to kind of be locked in like Westbrook.
Yeah, dude.
Like Westbrook doesn't shake anybody's hand at the beginning of the game. He's like, fuck that. You know, they're not my team. I don't have anybody's back.
Yeah,
I
want them
appreciate
in
good
that.
sportsmanship, but yeah, I don't want to see all like the
Yeah,
hey, we respect each other.
Yeah,
You
do
hit
it
me
after
too
the
hard,
fight.
you know, or whatever.
shake hands after the game.
I'm with
You don't
that.
have to be buddy before. Fuck that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sell the fight at least. Act like you don't like
Yeah.
each other at least.
Yeah, the worst ever was the second time McGregor fought Dustin.
Yeah.
Dude, it was just like I almost didn't want to watch it. There's just no animosity. They were talking about how much they love and respect each other. You know, like the press conference, like they're smiling and trading hot sauces and shit. It was terrible.
Especially after you see McGregor constantly, you know, putting himself out there,
Yeah, like-
selling fights.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
this
his
one was not
aggression
so-
and ball breaking and all that
The
shit.
thing is though, he's just reached that level where the name sells the fight. He doesn't even really have to do anything anymore.
He's kind
doesn't-
of genius.
Yeah. He doesn't have to do anything to sell anything.
Bro,
right.
He's got that stout now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
dying to get some of that. I love stouts. I'm dying to get some of that. I love McGregor.
Is it like
remember-
a Guinness
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
equal?
only in Ireland right now, though. It's not over here yet.
I'm sure we could get some on the black market.
Yeah, probably.
We'll get some. We'll
Sell a
figure it out.
kidney or something.
We I remember when his whiskey came out, dude. Like I tried so hard to get that shit, and like it wasn't everywhere. And you know Mike Otten?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he used to do it in the summer times. He'd have UFC outside in his backyard, you know,
Yeah.
around the fire pit and shit. And that was when Proper 12 first came out, when he fought Khabib, right around that time. And I remember we had like 3 bottles ready to go, dude. I fucking walking around with the Irish flag. It made no sense, but that's what that's the McGregor effect, man. Yeah, everybody wanted to be Irish.
And then you take a sip of it, and it was terrible.
I mean, it's $30 Irish whiskey. You know, like what do you expect to get? I think it's a little better than Jameson. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I thought
Jameson's
it was
garbage too.
That's what I'm saying, though.
It's
You
all
know, the
garbage.
standard isn't very high. It's
I
$30
love
whiskey.
I'll tell you what. This is the best Irish whiskey.
I wouldn't say
Well,
it's, the
not
best.
the best, but it's definitely.
But that's like a $50 bottle, no?
no. Well, 40, something like that.
It's like 47.
Yeah. I mean, Jameson with inflation's probably around 40 now, too, right?
Yeah, who the fuck knows?
Joe Biden. That's my
What do we
guy.
have? We could have whipped out that other one, man. The one you brought. Is it Japanese or some shit? No, the one in the tube. I don't know.
Oh, the Balvenie, whatever the hell it is.
Ballerina.
Yeah. It's like a $90 bottle of scotch.
Yeah, it's just sitting there.
I think we had that last week.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah.
You like scotch? You a scotch drinker? You
Scotch, whiskey, bourbon.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I can't do
All
bourbon.
whiskeys. No?
I can't do bourbon. Yeah, I can do Irish whiskey. I can do Scottish. I cannot do bourbon. I don't know why. I don't even really like Canadian, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I don't like anything Canadian, to be honest.
They're nice people, dude.
Yeah.
Hockey.
They're good comedians.
Are they?
A lot of good comedians come out of Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know, the Canadian guy. I don't know.
Like that. Can't name
I don't
one.
remember his name, but
Yeah.
you'll hear it when he talks. He's really nice when he roasts the crowd.
How many can we look this up, Brandon? How many? There's a lot.
So
I just don't. I can't
look up
I
how
can't-
many Canadians came from Canada, bro.
How many Canadians came from Canada? No, comedians. Just put in Canadian comedian. I don't fucking know. I can't even say that. What is that?
Canadian comedians.
Canadian
Tongue
comedians.
twister.
In the U.S., yeah. I mean, there's tons of them. See?
John Candy, Jim Carrey.
Jim Cat, yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Those
Okay,
are
John
big
Candy
fucking
wasn't
names.
that funny.
Mike Myers,
Michael Myers,
Seth
yeah.
Rogen. Like, why is everybody coming from
Oh,
Canada?
yeah. Seth Rogen. That's right. He's big Canadian.
He must be him and Jim Carrey probably the two biggest, huh? Jason, is that Jason Alexander or no? Am I
Jason
right?
O'Leary.
The fuck did that guy get on this list?
Yeah, who's
fat
trying to get a
Filipino.
donation on this Canadian comedians page?
Oh, no. It's dude,
That's
that's just
Wikipedia, right?
Wikipedia all the time.
Oh, that's what I'm like. What kind of website is this? They're asking for a fucking donation.
Wikipedia constantly.
Yeah.
And it ranges between $1 and $3 that they ask you for. It's a total
They can
scam.
get fucked.
Yeah.
Tom Green. Damn, I haven't heard his name in a
Dude,
long time.
He used to have that show,
He was fucked up.
the Tom Green
Tom
show.
Green
My
Remember
bum is
that?
on your
Yeah.
lips. Or
That's
something like
that's
that.
Eminem. You fucking
No, but that was from the
fruitcake.
Tom
No,
Green
that was
show.
from- yeah, that was
Like, I
It's
wouldn't know the
like Tom
difference
Green.
between Tom Green
Like
and M.
Tom Green, remember Marshall Mathers?
Remember the Marshall Mathers LP that Tom Green came out with?
Do you is it Tom Green in the movie Freddie Got Fingered?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was so funny,
Yeah.
man.
If you go back and watch that now, though, it's not nearly as funny as it was when
No?
we were younger now.
Maybe I know.
It's a lot of,
Yeah.
it's, I don't know.
Yo,
it's
the
kind of,
dad was like, "That's not treasure, you fucking idiot. That's soap on a rope." That's the one where he got in the dead animal, or was that on his show? Because he did something. I think it was on his show that got him banned in the States. I think he like got in an. What did Tom Green do to get his show canceled? I think he got in like a dead animal. That's why Eminem says like it's cool to hunt dead animals
Yeah.
Like it has something to do with Tom Green.
Did Tom Green go?
The show is briefly revived.
After his premiere due to plummeting ratings. Why would his ratings plummet? What?
Because people don't want to watch him hump dead animals.
I want to see somebody hump a dead animal. What the fuck?
I want to see an animal hump a dead person.
Nice.
Nah.
Nah,
Oh, pass on that one.
Testicular cancer. That's what it was. Wait, what?
no. Can you just put Tom Green dead animal? Like, I don't think I'm making this up, bro.
You
I've
might
been
be,
known to
bro.
make up some shit. Remember the mermaid people? I was like, oh, they can hold their breath for days. Yeah, see, bro.
He
Tom
dumps
Green
it
humps a
dead.
dead moose.
Is that the reason why he got canceled?
Oh, don't. Oh, we're gonna watch it.
I tried to revive
He's eating it.
He's eating a camel penis.
Well, watch. Well, I'll show you, Leslie. Let's,
Dude,
He
so
was
fucking-
pushing the limits way before.
Oh
other
yeah.
people.
Yes.
Yeah, he was that
Yes.
driving along and
Bullwinkle into Bullwinkle's
He's
last
walking
stand.
around putting like shit on a microphone, sticking it in people's face, interviewing them.
You know, some people, all the Canadians are too nice to even say it. They're just like, yeah.
There's so much shit out there now that, like, I watched the first Hangover the other day, and
Yeah.
like 5 minutes into that movie, I was like, wow, this wouldn't fly today. When they're outside dude's house, he's like, paging Dr. Faggot.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, people would lose their
look at Ray
shit.
humping this thing, bro.
come hump it with
Yeah, nah, you
start going again.
Yeah, when did we? When? Where was that line where you couldn't say faggot
We
anymore?
can revive.
Somewhere.
welcome
I'll tell you
Thousand
what,
Man to do
you
this.
could never hump dead animals and get away with it. That's fact.
But you know what? He's not really humping it. So, well, I don't think he penetrated the moose, did he?
You don't know.
Hopefully not. For
He
that
definitely
moose.
didn't get consent. That thing was dead.
But somewhere in the mix, over like the course of time, we couldn't say faggot anymore, and we were like, okay, yeah, it's cool, whatever. And now we can't say retard. Okay, that's cool. No, what?
They're taking away
Who
everything.
is this we though? You can still say whatever you want.
Well, no, you can say whatever you want. But I'm
Alright.
saying, like, as far as the cancel culture and like,
Yeah, it's not socially
where
acceptable anymore.
nobody would have ever said, "Hey, Jay, you can't say that anymore," or whatever. Now people openly say it. They're
No,
like,
bro, that's always been a thing. It's just like there's just more vocabulary being added to that list of shit you shouldn't say.
We've gotten significantly softer as a country, though.
Oh,
Like, I think we can all agree
I think
on
as a
that.
planet, probably.
I don't.
planet.
You think it's this bad in other places? You think in London they're like, hey, don't say
I
faggot?
think, yeah, I think. I don't think they
the
use
British
the word.
accent, man. That was your time.
Not good with accents. I was
I
trying,
think.
was trying
You're
to
like
think of it in my head.
completely
I was
American
like,
accent. Like, hey,
Yeah.
don't say faggot.
not,
Hey, don't
not an
say
accent
faggot,
guy.
mate. Nah, I think in London they use the what word do they use, bro? One of my boys is like from the UK.
Bitch ass.
I think it's it's with a B. Bender. Bender is their term for that, right? Look up bender.
Bender?
Like, yeah, bender meaning
Like
British.
bend her over.
like no, like hey, you're a bender. I told him when
That's
I was
bizarre.
Fucking bender.
I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a little tired today,
In British slang, a bender can refer to a wild or excessively drinking.
No, that's the way I use it. And I was just like, oh
Yeah.
man, like
I'm on
I
a
went on a
bender.
bender for 2 days. I'm tired. He goes, whoa, but we can't say that anymore, mate. I'm like, what do you mean?
That's
Yeah,
a good
see?
one. Look at that.
Well, what's a female homosexual then?
Slender. Bend him.
I guess
don't know.
Bend him.
Hey, now you gotta look it up. We need to know.
What feet?
Female
Oh, this is terrible.
slang word for
But in the UK,
Yeah,
like,
in the
we already
UK.
know what the word is here.
Who still finds these words offensive though?
yeah.
Probably
I mean, that's the
probably
main thing.
the group of people that
Are faggots?
these were.
are
words
retarded,
are
or what are you
referred
talking
to.
about?
I don't think the mentally challenged people get insulted by the word retard. I truly
Molly
don't believe
Tommy.
that.
Hey, you know what?
Molly Tommy? Is that what it is?
Listen, when somebody calls me fat, right? I don't get offended by it. I mean, you got
So
every right.
I think the biggest thing to always consider there, though, is like you being fat as a result of all your choices. It's not something that you don't have control over.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So I don't know. I could just see. Yeah, that's
No,
it.
I get it, I
could
get
just
it,
see
yeah.
where there's some leniency there. Be like, hey, you're a fat fuck. Like, all right, that could be mean, but if you don't want to be a fat ass anymore,
I don't
you
think it's
could
that
just-
deep, bro. I think it's
You could
just.
just not be fat.
I don't think people think of it like that deep.
I
think
think very many.
when you make fun
people
of
make it
somebody
that
or
way.
you say something to like bust somebody's ball or just whatever you call it, like It's just because it's about them, whether they can control it or not. It doesn't really.
Well,
that's
I
not
think
what
you're
thinking.
talking about only what you mean when you're making fun of people.
Yeah.
You asked a very specific question, like why do people care? What's the difference between calling somebody, like a fag or calling them fat? Like the understood conclusion is that gay people don't decide.
Maybe
to
that
be
was a
gay.
bad example. How about
decide to
hey,
be fat.
buffalo head?
What's that?
Yeah, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
what I'm
would
saying.
say that's kind of mean. Don't make fun
I
of
don't think it's mean. I
Don't
think
make fun of his gigantic buffalo shaped head.
You know what's fucked? Here's a
Fat
story.
ass.
So everybody, in my father's growing up and throughout his life, he's always been called Buffalo Head. He had a big beard, curly black Irish hair, whatever. Everybody called him Buffalo Head, right?
Because he gave a
So
buffalo
I'm
head.
standing in the bar. Now, this is a total separate story. Me and my daughter's mother at the time were standing in the bar. This is when we could, no, we couldn't smoke in the bar still. But anyway,
Yeah, but he did.
this old man taps me on the shoulder and he goes, "Hey." And I'm like, "The fuck?" I'm like, I don't want to mention her name, but I'm like, "Hey, this guy, is he really tapping me on the shoulder to get my attention?" She's like, "Yeah." So I turn around. There's an old man. He goes, "Hey, Buffalo Head, you want to go outside and have a cigarette?" And I'm like, "Did he just call me Buffalo Head?" Everybody, that was my father's nickname. And, my head's not that big, relatively speaking. Your head is larger than mine.
Yeah, both.
Larger than
I
both
think,
of my
I
heads?
think your head, it's very big, but it comes to a small crown at the top. You know what I mean? Kind of looks like, imagine just the bottom part of a bowling pin flipped over.
Can we get an analysis on
You
this?
know what I'm saying? Like it kind of goes, it's small, but it just widens, like a pear almost.
Yeah. But I think in the realm
Like your
of
hat sizes aren't probably big, but everything here down is big.
everything from here down is fat.
The top of your head is fine.
Listen,
Don't worry about it.
I tried to go shopping for like larger hats and stuff, and my size is always on I'm on the line between whether I'm considered a big head or not.
What's the size?
I'm 7.75.
I think I'm the same.
Yeah.
You little peanut
Yeah.
heads.
7 3/4.
You might be 7 4/4, my dude. Look, you see what happened when you took the hat off? Look at that shit, bro. You might want to go up a size, dude.
It fits comfortable.
Yeah, no, it does not. Your fucking face is turning white, bro. You need
What
some
are you
blood
doing? You trying to make
circulation.
a measurement of my head?
Oh,
Can we at least change the fucking picture?
This is in meters. They should start using you to measure first downs. It's like a third of a Jay's head.
Lining me up next to the ball.
But buffalo head is an actual insult for a dude with a big head? I've never heard that in my
Well,
life.
no, I'm just saying, it's just, it's just derogatory. It's not meant to be complimenting. So, pick anything at all.
Yeah, it's like dick nose.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, what if you actually have a dick nose?
What movie was that, bro? Where like the chick sneezes, is it Shallow Hal? The chick sneezes and cum comes out, bro. Because she actually
What are you watching, bro?
I don't ever
I
remember
think it's
that.
Shallow
I don't remember
Hal.
that either.
Deuce Bigelow. There you go. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if I've ever seen that.
Oh my! I think it's the second one though, right?
That's a
Or
big
is it
bitch.
the first one? No, that's a huge bitch.
That's a huge bitch.
Dude, I love that movie when I was young. Deuce Bigelow. Yeah, there she is. Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
God.
She sneezes. It's fucking cum all over the dude's face.
I'll tell you what. If I mean, I have gay family, gay friends. I have, whatever. We all do, right?
Not in my family. Pure.
I couldn't. I couldn't hang around somebody that would get offended by,
No,
we're
me
just of different blood. Then we're just like
Maybe maybe they are offended and they're just afraid to speak up to you because you're a bully.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a bully, but I'm just saying maybe they are offended.
That's
They're
a
just
word
not
that
saying
gets,
anything.
That's a word that gets thrown around so
But then
much
those
now.
people-
like it's gonna be a red light where you have to stop. You're bullying someone. Like, bro, I'm not bullying you. I'm just telling you.
Bullying
you're an
is. Oh,
I can't even stand that word. I hate when people say it.
It's such a victim word.
It's also a part of life and it teaches lessons, bro. Kids
Yeah.
need it. Kids are so soft nowadays because they
I'm
don't
talking
get
about from
bullied.
adults, bro. I hear it from adults.
But I'm saying, like,
Yeah,
all
me
this,
too.
like, end bullying, get rid of bullying in schools. Fuck that. Bring it back, bro.
You're like, throw
Bring
you're
bullying
like, throw
back.
sticks at the nerd.
Yeah, no, like, I'm not talking, like, don't hurt them, but, like, I'm talking about beating them up and
Just
fucking,
like mentally scar
yeah,
them for
dude,
life. Yeah,
mentally
hell yeah.
scar them a little bit, you know?
That's it.
It
Embarrass
creates
them on the internet.
character. Dude, we all got bullied.
I'm with you.
Everybody. And look, we turned out all right.
Did we?
We're all on
we
podcasts
really?
talking shit.
We're three white dudes on a podcast talking about racism. Three straight white guys. You don't know how hard this life is.
Well, fat, too, so.
That's true.
we got our
This life
struggles.
is also physically difficult.
But I mean, it's like we selectively cherry pick and those things that we can make fun of and have comedic value versus I mean, like, if we can't make fun of people, what,
see-
what the hell are we gonna laugh at? I mean, like, what,
That's not true though, because most comedians today still make fun of people and make gay jokes and racist jokes.
I'm
and-
saying that's shrinking.
is it?
They're even
because you can't make fun of X, Y, and Z. Now you can't make fun of
But
this.
who,
You can't
do-
make
who?
fun, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, some of the biggest comedians in the world still do it.
That's because the variety is still out there. But I'm
Yeah.
saying as time goes on, you keep shrinking that. You know, can't make fun of fat people because it's fat shaming now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you make fun of?
You still can though.
The
People
other-
still do it.
well, yeah.
No, I know. Yeah,
So
I know.
you know what it might.
I'm
maybe-
saying just in theory, like, you know,
maybe you're just because of how the world is now and how easy it is to share information.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe these like crybaby people have always been there. We're just hearing it a lot more now.
Yes.
because it's so easy to just voice your opinion. Before,
Yeah.
if you wanted hundreds of people, you'd have to like go put something in the newspaper. You'd have to be somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Now, any idiot with a phone can just share their opinion with 1,000 people at a time.
Also, if
so
you
we just
look
need all
at
those crybabies to shut the fuck up.
We
well,
should
and if you
stop
look
giving
at
out
those
internet.
people, those are typically people in real life that if they talk to you, you wouldn't listen to them.
True.
They're not
100%.
exactly
The
cool.
The best depiction of the type of person we're describing right now is when Trump won the election and like that short-haired woman with the glasses was on the ground
Yeah.
screaming.
Oh god.
It's like,
Yeah,
all right, bro.
God,
Like literally, as a human, like you're just getting walked around.
her
because
face
you're
makes
just
me angry.
so irrational. It makes me happy that I'm not that.
I would fight her if I could.
I would fight.
I would. If I saw her, I wonder how she's doing
You
now.
shouldn't just like assume her pronouns. By the way,
You're right. I would fight them if I could.
I would fight Zer.
Do you think Trump's going to pull it off this time? I mean,
I know he's talking about having Tucker as his
oh god.
Tucker Carlson as his whatever VP. I
Hey,
guess.
is Andrew Yang running again? That was my dog, man. Last
You were
time,
Yang
though.
Gang.
I was all about the Yang
All
Gang,
about
man.
it on Facebook.
Now,
I remember that.
I don't listen. I don't follow politics much at all. But I've seen a couple clips, man, of that Indian dude that's running. I think he's running as a Democrat, though, right?
No,
But
he's
legit.
running as a Republican.
Is he? My
He
boy's
is a fucking
legit.
Democrat. No, fuck that
Nah,
guy.
he's legit, bro.
I've heard a lot of people say the same thing.
He's reasonable, man. That's why it's like that's what you want, a perfect combination of somebody that's not married to the party.
Yeah.
You know, which is so tough to do once you get in because it's like you get in and you're like, I'm in the middle.
Yep.
And then you're like, oh shit, if I don't listen to this person, I'm done and my
You're not-
family's getting killed.
The problem
Especially
with
if you're a
Vivek
Democrat.
is, you know what? He says all of the right things all of the time. It's almost like he took like all of the talking points and said, okay, what is the most popular answer? That's exactly what I'm going to say. And it's like he's an amazing
He's
politician.
He's like, we need stronger borders, but also loose.
Not too strong. Dude, I don't really like politics, but I love this time.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is, I
debate's fun.
thrive.
Because you
in this.
thrive on the conflict.
I
bro. You love
do,
the
man.
conflict.
Like I said, I'm a troll, and I fucking I eat
Trolling
this
on the
shit
internet can be
up.
fun, man.
So much fun, especially
You know
when
what
you
I
get
like?
someone.
I love going on. There's like a trend on TikTok, or there was. I haven't seen it in a while, but it would be of women posting like this emotional thing about how they caught their man cheating, blah blah blah, and then I love going in the comments and being like, "Wow, he dodged a bullet." Psychopath going through his phone. I'm like, he dodged a bullet. You showing up at his girlfriend's house? I'm like, leave her, king. You deserve better. Like,
Love
and all the
that.
women just come at me in the comments. Yeah, you're a piece of shit. That's why you're single. I'm like, yeah, super single.
Successfully married kids, you know, living the dream.
Bro, it's always
Podcasting,
it's always the fucking like it's always like the what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like miserable, but a synonym for miserable. Bitter. You know, it's always the bitter people that are giving like relationship advice and,
Oh, yeah.
and celebrating like, you know, shit like that. It's so funny. Go through the comments and you're like, oh, yeah,
It's also people that you just don't want to get advice from in general. Like no one's asking for it, and they're out there just giving it.
That's
like
the
who
thing,
the
again.
fuck?
the internet.
Like shut up.
Shut up.
That's one of the benefits of the internet and especially social media, because you can offer your opinion to just randomly just put it out there. Nobody's asking for this shit. I'm just gonna give it to you guys.
It's great.
Oh shit.
Speaking of Mac Jones, we brought him up a couple seconds ago, but somebody the other day
Wait, who
posted.
just said Mac Jones?
I did like 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
I was like, I want to talk about Mac Jones, but somebody posted a
We're like bitter
Patriots.
people on the internet. He's like, speaking of Mac Jones.
He is a bitter person now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why
Oh,
no one
he's-
likes playing with him. But somebody posted in a Patriots. I couldn't help myself. They posted in a Patriots group. Got my parents Christmas gifts.
Yep.
and it was 2 Mac Jones
Oh
jerseys.
boy, you must have that
And,
feeling.
I just posted them. I said they must be terrible fucking parents. They deleted the post.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
my
pissed.
goodness.
I woke up this morning getting ready to like go to war.
Pussy.
Looked at it.
Get ready. I woke up ready to go to
No, I was ready.
Oh,
And I looked at it and it was like post deleted. I'm like, wow,
Wow.
that's trash.
Yeah.
It must be fucking hard for Patriots fans. Like, so I live in Rhode Island. I'm from New Jersey. I'm not really necessarily a Patriots fan, but I understand because you guys have had like the greatest fucking
Bro,
team,
especially,
and
like,
then go to
our
the worst
age group.
fucking guy
Yeah.
ever. That must be hard. That's hard to deal with.
Dude, it's when you think of the people that are under, I would say my age is probably the oldest Pats fan that remembers losing. You know, anybody that's 30
Right.
and under, bro, like
Yeah.
the only thing they know is winning Super
Right.
Bowls all the time.
Dominating.
Not like, yeah, just like always being there. And now it's like, wait a second, like this is a
You can
Like, I don't like this team. This
it's
team's
like the fucking
cannot
water
make
boy.
the
Oh no,
playoffs?
we suck
What?
again. You know? That's like the perfect meme from New England right now.
It's
well, now we know it wasn't
bug
Belichick,
bite or
right?
something.
That,
it definitely wasn't
it
Belichick.
wasn't
Yeah.
Belichick at
If
all.
I had an ingrown hair, a bug bite, I keep scratching. Fucking
Brady
herpes.
made up for a lot of what Belichick was able to do. And he did that by taking pay cuts. He did that by like the way that he built his chemistry with his receivers. Like you don't see Mac
Yeah.
Jones inviting the receivers over to his house or like
Right,
going
right.
out on the beach in Florida and fucking throwing the ball around. Like
Well, that's 'cause
you
they
don't
say
see
no.
that.
He has
Well,
to. They say
yeah, I mean
no.
they probably do say no. But no, if you watched the NFL draft last year or the year before rather, Mac Jones had a party at his house, and
Mac
everybody was there.
Jones.
He had all the wide receivers there. Everyone was watching it, dude, and you could tell that they actually liked the guy. And it was because Mac Jones in his rookie year wasn't a crybaby bitch.
Right.
But what
he was trying to earn his spot.
yeah, and what stunted him was peaking too early because he got a taste of the playoffs, and then he turned into a baby, and he was like, he felt like everything was like he
was
deserved
entitled. He was
everything. Yeah,
entitled,
he's
yeah.
entitled. Turned into a giant baby, and you see it. And he's calling out his receivers, dude. When they
That's what
say
you never do. Mahomes is the definition of class when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You who was that fucking receiver, bro, that dropped the game winner?
Oh,
in his
yeah.
balls.
Oh,
You got like
man.
3 names, right?
yes, Valdez
didn't put him
Scantling.
out
There
there.
you go. Bro, they asked him when I tell you this was a pass in his hands, he dropped
Yeah,
it.
right
Like, bro, they were talking. The commentary was like, "That's maybe the most perfect pass he's ever thrown," and he's like, "Maybe if I just put it an inch shorter, you know, he would have got it." You know, it's.
Yeah.
He's like, I probably could have tweaked it a bit, you know. But then I also feel like sometimes that's a bit corny because, bro, the whole world knows that pass was perfect, and you're trying to take the moral, you know, like you're being too humble where it's almost insincere at this
Yeah.
point.
Imagine what Mac Jones feels like. It's like the following act after Michael Jackson. Like you got some huge shoes to fill. That would
Yeah.
suck. That really sucks.
Unless you're a beast, like it definitely sucks when
I know,
you
but no
suck.
matter what, the only way
not
that
up to it,
he would be loved is if he was actually just as good or better than fucking.
No, man, because he wasn't just as good or better, but he showed promise his first year. He brought us to the playoffs. He was the best rookie statistically, rookie quarterback, and he was loved.
He was
Well,
the best rookie
he was
quarterback.
the best rookie out of what was supposed to be a star-studded class too.
So what's wrong with him now? What the fuck?
He's a pussy.
sucks.
He's mentally weak.
Why do you say that? What makes him mentally weak? You don't hear
You
him
can see
talking
it in
on
the
the field. do
you
you,
can
or-
see it in the game, man. Like
Well, he gave you an example already, blaming his receivers.
blaming his
Oh, right,
receivers.
right, yeah.
He missed the pass. There was a bad pass. Starts yelling at the like.
What did he
play
say about his
callers.
receivers?
Well, no, he's just yelling. He doesn't say anything in press conferences about them. He
oh.
just yells at them on the field.
Sure.
Which is something that you saw Tom Brady do towards the end of his career. But Tom Brady's also decorated. Like that
Bro,
dude was
20
doing that
20
with
years
5
of winning
and
Super
6.
Bowls,
Exactly.
you can do that shit.
You can get away with that. You
Right,
don't get
right,
away
right.
with that after
Yeah.
getting blown out
That's
in the playoffs.
not just a part of the job as being quarterback to call the play or
But here's the thing: is I think
Yelling at
the
the-
way
It can be.
Tom would yell at people, we're on a first name basis, but it was more like to influence and get the best out of them.
Correct.
Versus like criticizing a mistake. You know what I mean? It always seemed like it was more along the lines like, bro, you have to finish that route out. You got to keep running. Why the fuck are you stopping there?
right.
Not just like you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You suck.
And it's also coming
You
from
suck.
Tom Brady.
No shit, bro.
Like
yeah.
you know that guy knows what he's talking about. If Mac
Exactly.
Jones comes in and does that, you're like, dude, go fuck yourself,
Right,
you
right.
limp dick. Fuck.
Oh man, that's tough, man. Comparing
sucks.
comparing Tom Brady to Mac Jones or whoever, Tom Brady to whoever,
No.
like it's just like you're
mean-
doomed. You're fucked.
It was pretty
the kid-
impossible shoes to fill, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah,
But
I
he
mean,
could have
if-
done a better job.
Look at Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people would have said the same thing about the guy that replaced Brett Favre, you know, but if you're fucking skilled and you can hold it together, like you're just gonna be loved and you're gonna do great. He's probably better than Brett Favre.
He's another shitbag though.
Is
Yeah.
Edelman still playing? I don't even know.
No.
So I mean, look at the team that Brady had though too, right?
It was never really full of studs, dude. I mean, the defense was always rock solid.
Yeah,
That
Gronk,
was
right?
2007. The offense was crazy.
2007, and we didn't even win that year.
But Edelman was also, like Edelman was, good.
Mediocre?
Gronk is obviously fucking the best ever.
Yes, tight end.
But
I mean,
Edelman
it's like
was
Jordan
very.
Pippen kind of like, or duo.
I mean, Gronk and Brady. Yeah, you could say Jordan and
Jordan. So who does
You
Mac
said
Jones?
fucking Jordan and LeBron, bro.
yeah. I
Who
mean,
does Mac Jones have as far as like I don't know the team as much as you guys do.
We don't have anybody.
it's not
So
like he has.
not only does he suck, he doesn't even have a team to lean on.
It's not like he has a plethora of weapons, but again, I mean,
A lot of what he does is just a bad decision, though. It's not
Exactly.
like people don't have the skills to make the plays.
Bailey Zappi played
an
last
idiot.
night with less than Mac Jones has played with all year, and he threw 3 touchdowns, which I don't believe, or Mac Jones has done once this year, and it was in the first game against Philly,
That was 3 touchdowns in the first half.
and that was
bro.
3 touchdowns in the first half. I was so mad that he didn't throw a fourth because Mac Jones has never thrown 4 touchdowns in a game,
No?
never.
I think he's thrown 4 interceptions. I swear, every time I put
probably
on
I
the
think,
Patriots,
I
there's
think
an
he
interception.
averages.
It's
I think he
wild.
averages 4 interceptions.
It's wild.
I think the most during a season was what, like 20. I think he's
have
probably
no
got to be
idea,
up
bro.
there.
Oof, yeah. Jameis Winston had 30 a couple of years ago. He threw
Oh,
30,
shit.
31 touchdowns and 30 interceptions.
That's so wild.
Yeah, they were just letting him toss it around.
So wait, it's 31 touchdowns. Is that big? Is that a large number?
It's
I mean,
not. It's,
does
a
he just
respect-
throw
it's
a lot? Is
respectable.
that-
Respectable, yeah.
It's
Okay, so he
respectable,
just
but you're
throws
not
a
like
lot.
top 5. Yeah.
What's that ratio? What in football? What you running to passing? What should it be?
It depends on the team and
Yeah,
their fucking
it depends
style,
on- yeah.
their strategy.
You're
But
seeing
nowadays, it's a lot more
more.
pass happy than it used to be.
Exactly. It's very rare to see a team run the ball even like 50% or 50-50 with passing. It's
Right.
wild. They just toss it around, which is it's fun to watch.
It's
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing it, man. I'm sure there's pressure from the league to
Yeah.
for ratings.
Well, I mean, it's
watching the running game is boring as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's like the NBA. All these teams are jacking up
unless it's some
53
amazing
pointers a
run.
game.
Yeah, but that's so hard to do.
Yeah, so
you
rare.
fucking got to get through 6 guys that weigh 350 pounds, dude.
And there's no Adrian Petersons out there anymore. Like there's not. You have Derrick Henry
You got McCaffrey
and
He's,
McCaffrey,
he's fun
but
to
like
watch.
even
Mark
McCaffrey,
Henry.
he doesn't break off like 80-yard. He's more in the passing game,
Yeah.
making big plays. I feel like he's not
did you
making
just
the big
say?
ass runs.
Mark Henry.
Sexual chocolate.
Yeah.
Sexual chocolate, baby. I like it.
Love that guy.
Take it back, man.
World's strongest man.
All right, bro. So I'm gonna change the topic a little bit. One thing I wanted to ask you about, I told him. I don't know if you knew this, but what was it? 3 years ago, you got diagnosed with MS.
Oh yeah, 3 years in March.
I was always curious about that, right? And I never asked. I didn't want to get too personal, so I
Yeah,
figured
yeah.
when I ask, let's make sure everybody's listening.
Y'all putting
I
his
don't know.
medical history out there.
No,
I
that's
checked
cool.
with
He
him
checked me
first. I checked
before.
with
Like
him
last year, you got
Well, because
herpes.
you
How'd
think,
you
how
solve
old
that?
are you? 36, 35?
I'm 33.
33,
Or 32.
so we're
Sorry.
almost the same age, and this is just my ignorance speaking. But when I hear that word, multiple sclerosis, like I picture old people. Like, I don't picture that happening to somebody young. It's like, it kind of gave me just a little bit, and never mind what it did to you, but just like a dose, like it's a very humbling feeling to be faced with mortality or like your health not being guaranteed.
Yeah,
So
it was wild. Like
What is it? First
I don't know. That's
so
the other thing.
It's multiple sclerosis is the name.
Shout out to Montel Williams.
It does
You remember those commercials? You don't remember those commercials?
No.
Bro? Montel Williams. It would just
This is how we
this,
do.
no, that's
Multiple
Montel
sclerosis.
Jordan.
way cooler if it was him.
Oh, the fucking
Montel Williams has MS,
the TV
right?
show guy.
I think I remember him doing these commercials. Yeah, the black talk show guy.
Yeah, the bald head.
But the commercial would kind of like
This is how
take
we
the M from Montel and the S from Williams, and all the other letters would disappear, and he'd be like, living with MS. I don't know, man. It's fucking
I didn't know that. I know that. Montel Williams does. I know Richard Pryor had it. He was also
had, so it
raped.
is something that can be cured.
Well, he died.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Richard,
Cured by death.
so it's not something.
yeah. Why am I picturing Steve Harvey? I'm like, no, he's definitely not dead. Richard Pryor is very different.
No, so MS isn't something that you're gonna die from either. Like it's not a terminal illness. It's a chronic. Like it's never going away.
Got you.
But they are working on a vaccine,
Treatments.
and then from the vaccine, they said that they can
Boosters.
like reverse.
What does it do to you?
boosters
What
and
is
boosters.
Yeah, what are the symptoms? You know, like
So
what?
when I first got diagnosed, my left arm basically went numb. And I went to the doctor and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck's going on? I'm trying
numb
to play
like
Call
pins
of
and
Duty."
needles, or numb's like no feeling at
So
all.
numb like pins and needles at first. And I'm like, this is during COVID. So I'm like, I'm trying to play Call of Duty. I can't feel my hand. What the fuck's going on? This is fucking up my kill death ratio. We got to do that. We got to do something. He's like, oh, you got to slip this in your back, blah, blah, blah. 3 days later, they gave me steroids. Didn't work. Went to the hospital. Waited for like 12 hours. They were like, here, pick this pen up, do this, do that. And then they're like, okay, cool.
So you still had mobility, like
I could do stuff. Like I could move it, but I couldn't do fine. Like I couldn't put my contacts in and out.
yeah, so because you need that feeling, that sensation of
Yeah.
how lightly.
And like
you're
I
touching
couldn't make
something.
it do what I wanted to do. Like if I was trying to touch this, like I would be like,
Wow,
like
really?
yeah, it was fucked. It's a weird. I don't even know how to explain it. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, that's weird. We're gonna do this, whatever. We're gonna send you in to get an MRI. Did an MRI, came out, and the guy was like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. You have lesions on your brain, and it's MS. I had no idea what the fuck MS was.
Right.
One of my best friend's dad has MD, and he's in a muscular dystrophy, and he's in a wheelchair and everything. So instantly, I heard M, and like I'm like, oh fuck. So I just started fucking crying. Like I'm like,
No shit.
basically, I'm like, when do I get a wheelchair? Like how? What is it? What happens?
Right.
Like, am I like this forever? And they had no answers for me. They were
Probably
like
scarier than the straight answer.
super fucking scary. They were like, we don't know if you're gonna gain feeling back. We're gonna put you on steroids. Hopefully it comes back. If it doesn't, we're gonna, try to get you on treatment, blah, 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 whatever. So I was in the hospital for 7 days. It got significantly worse. Couldn't feel anything on my left side.
Legs, so arm, hand, legs, everything.
My legs I could feel, but they were tingly.
Yeah.
But and it felt like someone was hugging me, like the whole time. It's called I forget the name of it. It's like this phantom chest issue.
Gotcha.
Where it feels like someone is just like bear hugging you. So they end up like sending me home after the 7 days, whatever, and they get me on treatment. I didn't have health insurance at the time though because I was laid off because of COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like $72,000 per treatment. You have to get it twice a year.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So, and it's an
What
infusion.
kind of treatment could cost that much money, bro? This
Right.
is wild in this country.
It's not, and it's all health insurance. That's all it is. Because I ended up calling the company that makes it, and I'm like, listen, I need your treatment to live a somewhat normal life.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't afford it. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Just send us your information, prove that you don't have a job, and we'll pay for it. And they paid for it for me.
They send you a bill. It's like $13.
Yeah, it was like $10. And I'm like, but if I had insurance, they're taking 70 grand from the insurance company because the insurance company will pay it. And that's because of America.
Yeah.
Right.
But
It's the insurance companies.
yeah, so either way, I end up getting my first treatment. It's a medicine called Ocrevus. I go every 6 months for an infusion. I just sit there.
What's
for,
an infusion? Kind of like an IV?
Yeah, it's an IV. I sit there for like 3 or 4 hours. They give it to me, whatever.
And that prevents what?
So it
The
helps.
numbing, obviously, right?
Yeah. So after about 2 months, I got full feeling back in my left arm.
Bro, that must have been such an amazing feeling.
I didn't jerk off for 37 days.
Well, your other hand worked.
Nope. That one ended up going.
I would
too.
have thought that you probably would have just because it felt like somebody else.
No, dude, because there was like I had no strength in it. Like I'm talking couple strokes, and I was
37 days, bro.
37 days.
That load must have been wild.
My buddy
You
actually.
finally fucking bust. Oh yeah,
It's the
bro.
happiest
Buddy
day of
actually
my
had to
life.
duck when I finished.
No, my buddy came and picked me up. I had to get out of the
I
house.
don't want to hear. I don't want to hear the. I don't want to hear the end of the story.
He picked me up before. He's like, "So how you doing?" And I was like, "Dude, how do you think I'm doing? My arms don't work. Like I'm fucked up. Just don't treat me different. Make fun of me. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't want people to have pity.
Make fun of me.
I don't want.
He's like, come on, come on.
Yeah, like I didn't
Make
want the
fun
pity
of
and sympathy, dude. I wanted people to treat it like it was normal. Like that's just
Oh,
like
man.
So
roast
wait,
me,
you can
have
still
fun.
move. You just can't feel the movement, or
Yeah, and the movement was weird. Like you could tell that I was like it wasn't.
right.
Like you could tell something.
Yeah,
was
because
wrong.
like when you
I'm,
swing
like,
your arms, it's
trying
like
to fucking pick stuff up and doing all stupid
Yeah?
shit. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
was strange.
like that.
So like right now,
Yeah.
like you don't feel that at
No,
all.
not at all.
or you're-
So when they got me on the treatment like 30, 40 days later, something like that, it ended up coming back. But in the meantime, they had told me, my doctor was like, I am not positive that it's going to come back. This might be your new normal. And I was like, well, what the fuck? That kind of fucking sucks. But it did come back. But so my buddy picked me up first time I left the house.
God damn, it's so good that it came back.
And I told him, I was like, dude, I haven't jerked off in like fucking 25 days. Like, can't do
Maybe
anything.
that's what caused it.
He's like, how much of a friend are you?
my buddy, Steve Andrade, he looks at me and he goes, dude, you want a bro job? Do I have I was like, get the fuck away from me, Steve. I don't want pity, and I definitely don't want your hands on my cock.
Yo, what do you think the amount of days, right? Like, say you didn't have it, you couldn't jerk off. How many days would have to pass until you let one of your boys jerk you off?
More than 37, I'll tell you that.
Bro, what kind of fucking question is that?
I think everybody has to have a number.
I would
Let's
just-
assume there are no
hold on.
women. Yeah, you're like, wait, I would just get a chick.
I would just use my feet.
You don't have anywhere near
I would take
Hold
yoga
on.
classes
There
and then start
you go.
using my feet.
But you don't have anywhere near the necessary
The
dexterity
dexterity.
to fucking pull that off, bro.
Yeah, the dexterity or the length
When's the
for
last
that.
time you
Quit
even
it.
tied your shoes?
What? I always
It's
thought my
just,
shit.
it's just
Slip-ons,
something
bro.
I can newly do, so I like bringing it up. No more slip-ons, baby.
So how do you get MS? How, like
It's just it is literally
genetic?
the
Is it-
shit lottery. Like 1 in 200 people will get it. They don't have a reason why. It's not genetic. Nobody in my family
One
has
in-
happens.
it.
It's
It
just
just
1 in
happens.
200?
1 in
I wish
200.
that number was a little higher.
Yeah.
Like, I wish the 200 was
Like,
I
higher.
wonder
800,
if
yeah.
MS is more concentrated on the globe. Like, is it more in America?
Probably.
So I do know
All
that
these fucking
Because then I would say,
places.
and it's definitely diet. It's like if it's in America,
I do know that it's way less likely in black people. That's a real thing. So the fact that it's interesting that Montel Williams and Richard Pryor both had it because it's like significantly less common in black people.
so then it's not diet.
Let's use process of elimination. How can you get MS?
Who's
gotta have a
the
dad.
lady that just got it in Hollywood too?
Yeah.
The lady from
hear what he said.
from Anchorman. No, I didn't see it.
Say it again.
No, I was like, you have to have a dad. That's a.
One said you have to know him though.
True.
You know all black people have dads, right?
Obviously.
All right. Like just a Virgin Mary out here popping them out, bro.
So you live with this the rest of your life, and then
Yeah, but so for me, like it doesn't bother me every day. Like
Right.
it's not something. So
you're
the-
only 33 right now.
Yeah.
So,
The really hard times for me are the treatment will start to wear off. You get it every 6 months. At like 5.5 months, so like two weeks upcoming to my next infusion, I get super tired. Like a fatigue that I could not, I can't even explain it to people.
Yeah.
And people will bust my balls and be like, oh, dude, you're lazy, you're late. And I'm like, no, like you don't understand. I will sleep for 20 hours a day. It's that bad. MS fatigue is a real side effect. It's a real thing. And you can literally sleep for 20, even more, dude. Like you'll sleep a whole fucking day. My mom
crazy.
will sometimes be like, are you fucking live? Like, are you breathing? Are you alive? Like all you've done is sleep all week. I'm like, yeah, I can't fucking help it. So
Even if you like fucking,
so,
will that keep you up?
So
Will
I
that-
don't do that.
No?
No. And the main reason is because of the MS. Like, I don't know what the effect of that
Just
would
ask
be.
a doctor.
I mean, a doctor's never going to tell me that that's good for me anyway.
No, but you can ask them, hey, I'm being very specific. Does it have any effect on this?
True.
I mean, I wouldn't, bro, because one of the side effects is, like you can stay soft. You won't be able to get hard. I don't know if that has anything to do with nerves or blood
Yeah.
pressure.
Imagine that, dude. Never get a boner again.
That's why. That's why.
At a
That's why I
certain
stopped
age.
doing it. Bro. That happened to me a couple of times. I'm like, come on, buddy. And I start looking up. I'm like, is this a symptom? Sometimes it can be permanent. I quit.
Like, yep, fuck that.
I quit.
Nope. Yeah, so I mean that I have really bad restless legs. It's Christina Applegate is the lady that just got diagnosed with it.
Bro, you said celebrity. Nobody knows that bitch is.
Anchorman. She was the woman in Anchorman.
Oh, the woman. I like her.
married
Asshole.
with children.
Is she in that?
Who? She's not Kelly. Oh. I was like, I know the other one. I know Peggy is.
That is her.
Yeah, there you go.
That's her? The daughter?
That's Kelly. I mean,
Kelly Bundy?
I don't even know that.
Yeah,
show.
Peggy is the
A
mom.
little too
Peggy's
young
the
for
mom,
that.
yeah.
That's Katie Seagal, right?
Well, give me some
Yeah,
ice.
a lot,
I don't
a lot
care
of
if your
people
hands
got
touch
fucking,
it.
Oh,
Just
a lot of
fucking
people got fucking MS, huh? I didn't know that. Neil Cavuto.
Yeah, Jamie Lynn Sigler too. She's another one.
Who's she?
Did you watch Entourage?
Yes.
The celebrity that was jerking off Turtle on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Soprano's daughter.
I actually just finished watching that again a couple months ago.
Oh, what a great fucking show!
Yeah.
Like,
What's his name? Ari Gold? One of the best
be-
fucking characters ever in a TV show.
they were talking about doing a
spin-off
spin-off
with him, yeah.
I would be pumped.
He was on somebody's podcast talking about it, right?
Yeah. That was during COVID. He brought it up initially,
Yeah.
and everybody was for it. I don't know what ended up happening with it, but I hope it's a thing that
Yeah,
comes
that'd
back.
be
It'd be
dope.
awesome. He was the best character in it
100%.
by far.
I don't think I know anybody that has MS.
What do you do now, motherfucker?
Yeah.
So, are you worried that your body will develop an immunity or like a tolerance to that injection? You know, like what?
Not really. I try not to think about shit like that just
feel you.
because, you
Sorry.
know, like I don't
Yeah.
want, no, you're good. I don't want to like, so I've had a lot of people ask me like, oh, like, dude, how do you deal with it? Like, what are you
gonna do?
Who cares?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what,
exactly.
you know what I mean? Like,
So what?
So
you know?
what?
Like you have it. What do you?
Yeah.
You just think
So-
about it and not live.
I got diagnosed. I felt bad for myself for like a week. People started sending me messages, dude. I was reading the shit that people were sending me. Thank you to all those people, by the way. It means a lot. And sometimes I'll still go back because I'll have bad days and I'll read them and I'll be like, damn, like people
of people
fucking care.
Yeah.
So like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna wallow and fucking, you know, feel
sure.
bad for myself, or am I just gonna, you know, I live with what I have to live with? So as far as like, I don't look too far off into the future. I know that the drug that I'm on, it's called Ocrevus. There are people that were blind from MS, that couldn't walk from MS. This is a newer drug. They started using this drug and they got their vision back. They started being
That's
able to walk
crazy.
again. So like,
Dude,
it's
science is so amazing.
it's nuts.
bro. Like,
And it's
somebody had to figure out and pinpoint what ingredients, how much of the ingredient,
Mm-hmm.
how to get it into a human to specifically like fucking fix these issues without fucking up everything else that's
Fucking
going on in your
everything else,
body.
so
Are there any negative side effects to the medication?
20 years ago, had I gotten diagnosed, there's like 2 medicines that you can choose from, and like you're likely going to end up in a wheelchair.
What about when
Yeah,
you get
it's
older?
not-
You're probably.
I mean, it's a possibility. It could
Yeah.
happen.
I mean,
but
you could also find a cure, bro. When
they
you get older,
yeah,
it's like the future.
exactly. It's not going to change the way that like. I mean, I do try to drink less. I really only drink once a week now. So
I was gonna
thank you
say,
for
because alcohol
filling that void.
wears off effects of medication. So if you're, you know, if you're
Well, injections might be a little different.
maybe, hopefully, I
Could be,
hope it
yeah.
doesn't like you know
Like
start
they
going
say,
numb.
they like usually it'll be like, hey, don't take this Tylenol in, drink together. I don't know if they're like, hey, don't inject in, drink together. I'd be like, throw a little whiskey right in that pouch. Save me some
Oh
time.
yeah, let's get fucked up. Come on, doc. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm still learning shit. As far as side effects of the medication, they pump me with steroids when they do it. So like, I get this terrible metal taste in my mouth for like 3 days. It tastes like
it's
I've
like
cooked
pennies or-
everything with pennies and nickels in it.
Oh, that
It's
sounds
awful.
brutal.
Well, I mean, it doesn't stop me from eating. It could be better if it did that, but
Touche.
either way.
Also, Coke.
Yeah.
Just trying to help.
You might be a doctor, sir.
Just trying to help.
So my other doctor friend, Doc, he told me that I should do Coke. Do you think this is going to help me?
Try it.
I'm going to bring it up.
Try it.
He's like, I don't think it's a good idea. You're like, well, he doesn't have MS, so he's doing something right.
Funny fact, Doc, he's never had MS.
And I was
so-
around him all day, bro. Like he didn't even catch it. Nah, that's wild, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's. I was so curious to ask, and I felt like, damn, I don't want to make you relive it, but
You go to
Nah.
support groups and shit. Like
No, I never, dude. My support
not AIDS,
system
bro.
is my support system with anything is just like amazing.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't need any of that. There were therapists and stuff that came into the room. Were like, hey, if you need to talk, I was like, for what? Like,
Well, you
I
know
got
what?
friends
Yes.
and family for that. You know what I
well,
mean?
but
Sometimes
you're
it helps
you're
to
pretty
talk
strong
to-
up here. A lot of
yeah.
people, you
talk
know,
to people that have it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
I
they're
w-
experiencing the same things, and you just feel more normalized that way.
So I knew so little about it that was the last thing that I wanted to do.
Right.
I did not want to talk to people that had it because I didn't want to hear what could happen. I wanted to find out for myself.
Yeah,
like I
no
wanted to
shit,
do my
bro, that
own
just
research.
scares you.
Yeah,
They're
like I
like,
wanted.
hey, here's somebody that's recently recovered. It's fucking like Stephen Hawking coming in on the chair,
Yeah,
using his
dude.
chin. You're like, whoa, buddy. They give
Just
you like
wheel
the
me in
worst of
traffic
the worst.
now,
Like,
exactly.
fuck.
I'd rather figure it out for myself. And when I was ready, I did my own research. But I will say that's one of those like.
Was it scary, like looking it up? Like
Oh,
you were
hell
so
yeah.
afraid what
It
you were going to
took
find?
me a month to
I-
actually look
yeah.
it up because I was terrified.
Yeah.
And I will say that a lot of people think that when you get diagnosed with it, it's like a death sentence. It's not like that. I wish I
Or
knew
some
more.
things are though. So like
Some
it could
things
be,
are, yeah. So like, I wish I knew more about it, and that's why I try to talk about it a little bit. And like, I don't mind having conversations like this
Yeah.
for people to see, because if I knew more, it would have made me getting diagnosed a lot easier.
Right. You'd have
'Cause
been like,
that was
okay,
the-
like I know what to expect.
Yeah,
Like,
those were that week that I was in the hospital, and that minute that I found out, that was the hardest of my life ever.
I can't even
Like,
imagine.
I get emotional thinking about it because it was like the most scared that I've ever been.
bro, you're faced with mortality right there. Like this,
Yeah,
it's
like,
very
I
hard to
had no
replicate
idea.
that or compare that to anything else.
Yeah.
I've never even experienced that, really. You know, like
A lot of people don't, and I
from a
love
doc,
that.
you know, like a doctor telling you something, and instantly you're like, this is it. You know,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sprained my ankle.
Doc was like, "Hey,
Twice,
it's not
right?
torn. You're good, bro." He's like, "Fuck, saw my whole career flash before my eyes."
this man was outside of my fucking driveway at 2 o'clock in the morning, laying there. Help! Help!
Bro, he's got a big ass. He got the Grand Canyon in his driveway, and I happen to step on it.
Everybody else has made it through safely.
Well,
Multiple times, bro. It's just
maybe
you.
they just missed the Grand Canyon.
I don't know, man.
It didn't help that over Thanksgiving I was down in Florida and I literally fell down a flight of stairs because of my weak ankle from his driveway.
Don't say you have weak ankles. That's such a fucking bitch thing to say, like my weak ankles.
I didn't say weak ankles. I said weak ankle.
You
It's
know?
injured, bro. What do you want? What do you want it to be like fucking
You ever watch
strong as
Hercules?
shit?
You know Hercules, the
Yeah.
Disney movie? That's like the character Meg. She's like, weak ankles. That's all I can picture now, you, bro.
No, I have
In a flimsy little dress with weak ankles.
But the reality is because
Like you're gonna gracefully fall into my arms when you're walking.
all right, chill. Bro. No, the
I gotta walk
reality
with-
is that I played basketball my whole childhood life, and I've always had, from spraining my ankle so many times,
You've always had what?
a weak right ankle. In fact, I sprained it in the military too.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I sprained it when I was shooting motherfuckers, drinking whiskey.
No, I sprained it in the military, and then I'm walking out here drunk and high and stupid shit. I was laid out.
Yeah, it
It's like,
sucks. It's never fun. I mean,
I fell. I'm like, what?
he's got his life alert on. So
Yeah,
just
no
hit
shit.
by.
Medical pending, bro. I like it, man. How's that whiskey?
Have one. How come you're not drinking? Stop being a bitch.
I just tell you, I'll cut back a little bit. Going with
Cut
the
back a
organic
little bit.
fucking.
You still doing your
Shit-
full
shit
meat
fungus
diet?
here.
How's that going?
About 50 pounds, bro.
Yeah, bro, you look good.
I know.
Impressive.
Thank you. I'm like, I know.
I know.
Bro, he has got the camera. Our camera angles up in the beginning. Hey, the
What
light
was
went
happening
off.
to our lighting?
All right, now for the evening edition. But yeah, the camera up, man, and I see it now. What's cool is, you know, at first for like the first 10 to 15 pounds, it's like I see the scale move. I can feel a little bit, but I don't really notice it, and people don't notice it yet.
Yeah.
And then after about 25 pounds, you know, like you start to, hey, you know, fucking lose a few pounds. And then at like 35, bro, I started seeing that shit in the mirror.
Yep.
You know, and that's when it was like,
What's your goal? Where you trying to go?
honestly, dude, it's too far for like, I'm not looking that far ahead. I'm just taking it like, you know, like a fucking every day. You know, every day I just make good decisions on what to eat. My goal right now, it's not even like an end goal. It's like milestones, you know, where I'm just like celebrating every 50 pounds.
I feel
Every
like
25, every 50.
you don't really need to put a number on it though. I feel like you'll also know when you feel healthy. And like
That's really it, bro.
you
My
know,
goal is
like-
to not let my weight stop me from doing the shit that I enjoy doing.
yeah. And you have kids and stuff now, so
Yeah.
like your kids want to run around and play. I'm sure that he's like, no, but I'm sure like your kids run around, want to go outside, play football, basketball, whatever it may be. You were probably feeling that shit with 50 more pounds on you.
It wasn't an
Fucking
option.
50
with 50
pounds.
pounds.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
really?
It wasn't an option, bro. So I, you know, like I've been. It sounds a little dramatic, but I've been talking to people about it a lot the last, 2 weeks, because that's when, on Thanksgiving, bro, is when I kind of surpassed what I thought my capabilities were. I was out running around playing football for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
3 months ago, man, like I would need to stop after walking like 20 yards.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Just look
dude,
at our
it was
old
just
episodes
bad,
of the
man.
podcast. You'll see how
Yeah.
much
Yeah,
bigger
you
he
can maybe
was.
pull some up. I don't know how noticeable it is on camera, but
No, it's
yeah, I
50 pounds.
dude,
is
it
a
was
lot.
like
Yeah.
it's so like scary. Like I couldn't run around and play outside with my kids. Where now I tell people I'm living a different
that
life
one
because
there.
now I'm excited to do it. I want to do it. I can
Yeah.
do it.
the
That's-
one where he's wearing the hat.
Find the fattest one you can. Wow, bro.
Oh yeah.
You notice it?
Oh yeah. Can't even see your neck, bro.
What neck? That's the first thing I said. I was like, yo, I'm getting a neck again, bro. I asked Brendan for a neck tattoo around then. He's like, bro, how? He's like, what? Who's gonna lift the rest of you? But yeah, my buddy told me too. Like I was explaining it to him. He goes, yo, the reality, man, is like you were like a prisoner in your own body. There were so many things you could do and want to do, but like your physical limitations were stopping you. Going to a Celtics game, I was like, bro, I can't even do this because I can't walk that far to the seat.
Damn, bro.
That's
really?
yeah, like all those things, bro. I think
Holy
about that
shit.
shit all the time, and now I'm like, fucking, I'll walk
Yeah.
from here to the garden. I don't give a fuck, bro.
To
It's,
take that shit for granted ever again.
Or even you know, like with Jake, he was trying to get me to go to Foxwoods all the time, and I'm like, dude, honestly,
walk?
dude, like I can't,
Yeah.
like like I would just be like every 10 minutes,
Wow.
not even maybe every 5 minutes, we'd have to stop.
I'm like, bro, we'll get the forklift. We'll get you fucking.
We get the forklift, bro.
We'll get you one of those scooters. We got you, bro.
I'm just
There's-
sitting there. Now you drive. I'm just doing pull-ups the whole way on the forks, bro.
You're just like curling shit,
Yeah.
just to curl.
You know what's funny is way back in the day, I worked for like an electrical supply company, and when I noticed myself just from walking around the warehouse, like getting just in better shape. I would start like walking back when customers would order Romex wire. I don't know, they're probably like 45 pounds, maybe like 20 pounds, but I'd hold them in each hand and I'm just walking, lifting them like this, fucking pressing them on my head, dude, just as I'm walking around. Every time I took a shit, I do squats. Like before I left the bathroom,
You're like, while you're shitting, you're squatting.
I would release them one at a time. 10 pieces, bro.
The messy time in life.
Pieces.
And then I'd sit on the
Oh,
toilet.
shit.
So what are you doing? Just no carbs.
It's even a little more dramatic than that. It's only meat, eggs, and fish. Just animal products.
No dairy.
No dairy. No. I lied. Cheese. I was trying to think. I'm like, why am I saying no dairy? But no, I eat cheese.
Okay,
But
cheese.
also dairy, comes from a cow, so
Yeah.
it's
an
okay. It's
animal
really
product. It's
yeah.
the complete opposite of what I did after I got MS. I went vegan.
Yeah, so did he. Can you
Yeah.
see how small and how weak he looks?
How fragile and brittle.
sick, buddy. Eat a
But
burger.
everybody else is sweating. He's all cold and shit. It's definitely not because we're fat.
No, I didn't do the vegan thing to lose weight. I did the vegan thing because with MS, my immune system sucks. And I was reading that bovine protein, so proteins from
From
cows,
cows, yeah.
yeah, they can actually affect your immune system. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me try. And I went
did it
vegan
work?
for 8 months, dude. It was great. I didn't get sick in the 8 months. Like, really didn't
But
get
you know,
sick.
let's clarify. It's not the cow meat. It's the shit that they put in the cows
Yeah,
that does it. Because
Yeah.
cow by itself is very healthy for you.
If I could kill one by myself and find it in the wild, I'm sure
So
it'd be fine.
I don't think a lot of people realize like we still have access to much cleaner food than just going like you can go listen, it may not be the same as going and finding a free range cow and I don't know where you find a fucking cow. It is, but like for example, like all the meat, especially now that I eat so much meat.
Yeah.
Like our eggs, I'm not having her go to fucking even like Market Basket or Dave's to get our eggs and our meat. She's going to Rhode Island Beef and Veal, like butcher shops where they can
right
at
in
least
Johnston,
tell us.
right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right
yeah.
over here, where you're getting just a much better product than going to Stop and Shop or Dave's or something like that.
You know, it's
can
typical
see it too,
American
like-
culture, convenience. It's all like in the same spot to go to the grocery store instead of going to a farmer's market. Which, yeah, you're right. It's probably a lot.
What else
better
is
for
good
you.
too is you're not distracted by all the other noise. Like I like that because she's like, what about all the other shit we need? I'm like, what? Like what? You're gonna go and get our eggs and our meat, and they have vegetables and fruits. Like we're accustomed to thinking we need all this extra shit like cereal and bars and snacks and chips.
Cereal.
Where it's
so
like
bad.
fucking, dude, it's just a bowl of sugar.
Yeah.
Like, you're just eating bowls.
What's a
of sugar,
snack looking like for you?
Beef jerky, little
Beef
fucking,
jerky?
those
Love that.
little Baby Bell mozzarella
Yeah,
cheese, or just some scrambled eggs, water. Like surprisingly,
coffee.
right? So think of that. Oh, coffee is just black always.
Always, yeah.
Yeah. Just that right there, right? Like, what's a snack looking like? First of all, my wife. No, but in all reality, bro, like I don't. That's gone away. Like the appetite for actually wanting a snack.
He's like, I want that diet.
It's Brandon's like, oh yeah, no, that's good, that's delicious. Yeah, dude, it's very different now. Like my appetite is not anywhere near what it used to be, and I don't get cravings. Very often I don't want a snack. Ever when I'm hungry, I'm just like, all right, let me just eat as fucking many eggs as I want right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say that sugar inflames. Like, first of all, every disease starts with inflammation.
Inflammation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sugar
MS.
inflames everything.
So every now and then, and I'm not listening, I'm not perfect, every now and then, I'll go out, have a few too many drinks, and I start drinking like McGillicuddy's, taking shots. I can actually feel the effects of that sugar in my body that same day.
Oh, I
like
bet.
I'll feel my blood pressure a little different, like my fist
Your
won't
insulin's
squeeze as
probably
tight.
spiking. Like,
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
I can
Yeah.
feel it, bro. It's very strange. I can feel the inflammation, for a couple hours, and I'm like, all right. It's almost like a reminder, like this is why I don't fuck with that stuff anymore.
Yep.
And a lot of people ask if it's sustainable, and I'm like, I don't even
If you make
think
the
about
decision
it.
to do it, then yeah.
That's it. It doesn't feel like it's a thing that I'm doing anymore. It's just kind of like who I am now.
So when I graduated high school, I think it was a year after. Yeah, I did like 1 year of college, and then I was like, yeah, I got to lose weight. I was up to like 375. Yeah,
But you're what?
How tall are
I'm
you?
also
6'3"?
I'm 6'3".
Oh, okay.
So like
We're
I was
about
at-
the same height, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like 375, and Atkins was one of the ones that was out.
Bro, Atkins is the same thing. Atkins, keto, it's all the same shit.
Exactly. Atkins was like, but keto, I think they allow you like 50 carbs per day or
I think
something
30,
like that.
30 grams maybe.
Yeah, 30 grams, whatever. Atkins was like 15. Atkins was like none when you first start, and then like 15 after that. So like super, like none of that shit. I ended up doing it and I was working construction at the time. I did it for, I think, 8 or 9 months, and I dropped down to 220 in that time.
Right.
Bro, like fast. It was.
Yeah. It just falls
fast.
off. Oh, that's the other thing too, is like this 50 pounds came off with no exercise whatsoever, and still, I would say, like heavily drinking, man.
Yeah.
You know, like him and I will kill a bottle of that usually on one podcast. You know, we'll kill a bottle, and I was doing that like 2 or 3 times a week easily.
Think about what we're saying right now. Like when you cut out a whole food group, right, or whatever, carbs out of your diet, then you just your body automatically just starts going back to the way it should, right? Homeostasis or whatever you want to call it. How bad is our food supply for that to happen? Meaning it's filled with fucking sugar. It's filled with fucking salt and fat and all these things, all these additives that literally make us fat.
Well,
Because
man,
once you cut out that processed shit,
making us fat is
gone.
such an understatement too. You know, because really what it's doing is it's killing us, man. Like all these heart diseases and all this shit attached to being fat.
right, that's
like,
the more severe part
right.
of it. Yeah.
Like if it was just being fat, it'd be okay if you still lived a regular healthy life, but it's never that, you know? It's all the shit associated with gaining the weight and getting obese. I just told you guys I couldn't fucking walk 20
Yeah,
yards.
that's wild to me, dude. I had no idea.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
no,
the
it's-
last time I saw you in person was probably Foxwoods. We played in a tournament together.
Yeah.
I think
Big
it
into
was.
poker?
Yeah, but that was like 4 years ago. Yeah, you know,
I think
like
that was the World Series, right? Well, the
COVID,
circuit?
COVID is when it got pretty.
Yeah.
You know, I was just naturally staying home, fucking eating a lot, and then over the past probably 2.5, 3 years, dude. You said you saw what was it, 375? You got up to?
That's a big
Yo,
boy.
my scale. This is the thing too. I say 50 pounds because that's all I know right now. But the reality is, my scale said error.
So,
And has
okay.
a 430-pound max on it.
Wow.
So I knew that it had to be at least that, but I'm only going with 430. It might be fucking.
Wow, you were that
yeah.
heavy?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, man.
Damn.
Yeah, not anymore.
Good
though.
for you, though, bro.
I know it
That's
feels
awesome.
good.
When you consider the fact that your heart is about the size of your fist, and that's what's pumping all the blood around your body, being 4 whatever or 375, that's tough, man, on your heart, right? Trying to pump all
Oh,
that
you
shit
can
out.
feel it too.
Yeah.
Like you can almost feel your heart. Just, oh, thank you.
Man, you guys are making me feel like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, I'm thin as fuck, athletic.
You were pretty thin in a couple of those videos. I was looking at it. I was like, yo,
in the day, yeah.
we're just like fucking slowly switching, bro. Damn, what's going on?
Just passing it off to you.
Passing the torch.
Yeah, big into poker. Josh had seen it a few times. I would stream.
Yeah.
Got into that during
Nice.
COVID.
Streaming was
Online,
a
you
cool
talking about?
thing.
Yeah, I would stream online.
You
That-
didn't have like a poker vlog.
Oh, we're
where
live
you
streaming
go
now?
live.
Any comments
I
yet?
do. I want to do that.
Yeah.
I just have to figure out. Like, I don't understand how the casinos are with cameras now.
Foxes won't allow it.
Yeah, I
Really?
think Twin does.
I think Twin does too.
Those vlogs are cool, man.
They are,
Yeah.
and I do have.
They're misleading a little bit just because.
Definitely.
You know what it is? Every avid poker player knows that you're not just gonna keep winning like that. Like they don't show a lot of the
showing
losing side of it.
The hands.
Yeah,
Like the big hand.
But the reality
Yeah.
is that again, every avid poker knows that there's a
Yeah.
losing side, so you don't have to show that.
Yeah.
And it's
I
more
don't
entertaining to watch the winning
Yeah.
than the losing. But
I did recently get a backer to get back into live games,
nice.
so that's fun.
Like what kind of stakes live games are you talking about?
I'll play 2-5, 5-10.
Yeah.
You know, probably start off with 1-2 for a little while, just because I haven't played live in so long.
yeah.
The
No,
thing
that's a
is,
good
like,
idea. It's,
my live game. The thing about me is like reading people.
yeah.
That's the biggest part. Like,
We play, bro. We play. Well, he doesn't really play that often, but there's a weekly game that happens in Pawtucket if you're ever interested.
Oh, really?
On Sundays, yeah.
yeah, definitely let me know.
Good, you know,
I'll hit you
it's
up.
nice. It's live. It's 1-2, but a little bigger. You know, you can buy it like 5 max.
Yeah.
But it's
I'll
more
definitely-
social. You know what I mean? You might
Yeah.
recognize a few of the people there.
But so when I started playing online, I was like, this is a perfect time for me to really get into poker and like GTO poker and learning how to really play and play perfect poker.
Yeah.
Because
Game theory.
there isn't really you learn how to read people online with timing tells and different things like
betting
that.
sizes,
Betting
which
sizes,
are usually
exactly.
the truest tells, man.
Yeah. So you learn that, but it's not like physical tells in real
like
life.
live.
Yeah. So that being the strongest point of my game, I was like, I'm gonna completely take that off. I'm gonna start playing online poker and I'm gonna hone in on the rest of my game. And I feel like
that's-
my game is better than it's ever been.
Well, the thing is
Today,
all
now.
of
Today, yeah.
the physical tells, while I think they're the most satisfying to our egos,
Oh, yeah.
they're not as reliable as betting tells and the non-physical tells. You know, at the end of the day, like it's very easy to fake a physical tell if somebody picks up on it.
It depends what
And then you're
stakes you're
starting to
playing.
think like 3, 4, 5 layers deep as you
Well, that's
faking
where
it.
the
and you
skill
want-
comes in as a player, because if you're throwing false tells, one, you have to be skilled enough to realize that the person that your opponent that you're trying to deceive can even read those. They got to be able to read a board.
Right, like
and
sometimes-
read the normal actions that somebody would take if they had a certain hand range.
That's
And
why I
then-
said there's
yeah.
level. You know, like you might be going 3 levels against somebody that only cares about his cards.
Exactly.
So
and
you're
like,
not-
waste.
You're not really picking up that kind of play where people are trying to deceive you that much at 1-2 or 2-5.
No,
Those people
most of those
are
people are just fucking-
recreational poker players that
just
like
looking at their cards and that's
yeah,
it.
if they got to tell, they can't help it, and they don't know it's there. For the most part, there are some really, really good 2-5 players at Twin River.
Yeah.
When I was playing there, because I did it full time for a little while, and when I was playing there every day, putting in like the 40 hours a week, there's some really good 2-5. There are even some really good 1-2 players that are just afraid to jump to 2-5, but the majority of them are just idiots. They're ABC poker players. You pick them apart, and that's why a person can go in there. When I logged 250 hours of 1-2 in a month and a half span, and I was averaging $40 an hour. That's 20 big
At what, 2.5?
at 1-2. I'm saying for 1-2,
For how long?
250 hours.
a lot of hours.
$40
That's
an
a fucking amazing rate.
It's
That's
20 big blinds an hour, which is an unheard of rate for a
Yeah.
1-2 game.
Yeah,
but
but Twin
that
has always been fucking fishy.
Twin 1, the play is terrible. 2, their 1-2 game plays like a 2-5 game. Most people are opening the pot between like $16 and $25.
Here's my
don't
my
understand
take on as far as like tells and stuff like that. ABC poker goes a long way, unless you're playing against somebody or well, let's just say you're playing against people that are as good as you or better. Then ABC poker is not going to cut it, obviously.
So-
If your level is above ABC,
Well, that's the big, like, what's the best form of poker? Is it GTO or is it exploitive?
I'd say it's exploitive. Well, I think it's a mixture,
It
to tell you the
depends-
truth.
Yeah,
it depends on who you're playing against. Yeah,
exactly. That's
just-
why it's such a fun game.
All you got to do is ask the fucking winningest players. If they all have a pretty like a
But
similar
they're
answer,
all, their
then that's it.
answer is typically you adjust to the game that you're playing.
Right, exactly.
There is no set answer, and that's why it's such a fun game because it's constantly changing.
Yeah, it evolves all the time.
And that's, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because that's actually what makes a very good poker player, somebody who can adapt to those situations.
Yep.
You know, like it's nothing. Where I know I have a hard time adapting from, let's say, tournament to cash to tournament. I have a hard time adapting to that. I shouldn't say a hard time. It's just a little more challenging than something else. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that is a big one. I mean, and those are two different beasts. Like those are two completely different animals. Cash and tournaments. Like,
of course.
if you're playing cash all the time and then you jump into a tournament, you're gonna have to shake the rust a little bit, and you're gonna have to switch up the way that you play.
Yeah.
because your cash gameplay is not typically gonna work. But the great poker players are the ones that can make that. You know, they jump into a game. Doesn't matter what they're playing; they're gonna fucking beat you.
Yeah.
The Phil Ivies, the Fedors, like
It doesn't matter. They're just playing. It's just their. What's the word I'm looking for?
they're programmed to just
Yeah. Like it's not even a transition. It's just they just automatically
Yep.
like meld into the game.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
There is no transition for them. Like, oh, it's this game. Okay, cool. I'm good with it. I mean, and you see that with there's guys out there that have bracelets playing Hold'em, Omaha, Raz, fucking Badoogie. Like these guys are playing so many different games.
Yeah.
Most of us are just playing Hold'em and maybe
Right,
Omaha
maybe
here and
Kilo.
there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
These dudes are jumping fucking 10 different games in a 10-day span, and doing
I actually
well.
I don't play as much anymore. I used to be a huge student of the game, and now it's kind of rare that I play. I might go play maybe twice a month now, which is crazy. That was, I mean, if I didn't play for 3 days, that used to be a lot.
Yeah.
Where now it's just like, you know what?
And COVID had something to do with that too, I'm sure. Because look at how long Twin River fucking shut down for, dude. They were closed for a year after
Yeah.
COVID was done.
Jay's always been a more Foxwoods over Twin, anyways.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah.
But even then, their room changed completely. It's not 24/7 anymore. It makes staying there like, why do I want to stay up there if I
Well,
can't?
they changed a lot of things. Yeah.
A bunch, like yeah.
I think poker in a hold, I mean, just doesn't tickle me as much as it
I think
used
that's
to.
what I was gonna say. It feels like for me. It kind of lost its appeal. I mean, because I used to be very
Yeah.
super addicted to it.
Because you were streaming it for a while too. No, I mean not daily, but you were jumping on there streaming pretty often.
Yeah, but even before that too. Like again, if I went a couple of days without playing, I'm like, man, I gotta get my hands on some chips.
Like you, I'm attracted to the tells, the psychology, the behaviors, the mannerisms, trying to figure somebody out without even talking to them, that kind of thing. Just kind of you're piecing together this person, and hopefully, your conclusion is right by the time you get into a hand with them, and because you're just watching them, and you're just like, okay, I know he does this, I know he does that, et cetera, et cetera.
And
it's pretty
a
interesting.
Great place where you control people.
Yeah,
I love to troll people. I'm not going to be your friend at the poker. Like you guys, I know you, so I'm not going to be rude to you. But like the majority of the people that I sit down with at Twin River, if they were to write a review at me after we were done, they would not like me.
Like, I fuck that guy. He's a dick.
And I don't care. Like there's theories out there that if you make friends with people at the poker table, you'll make more money because people are more willing to lose money to someone that they like rather than someone that they don't like.
100%.
Fuck that. Throw that out the window when it comes to me. I do very well in poker, and I don't.
You're more
really
confrontational
make friends.
and
Yeah,
there's a
I
line.
want to rattle you. I want to rattle you. I want to make you upset. I want to make you make mistakes because you're not thinking clearly.
Right.
The whole point of poker is to make the other
That's
person
true.
make
That's
mistakes.
very true. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can get mad at everyone has bad beat stories and this and that. Like the way that I look at bad beats now is like if I get you to put all your money in the middle when I'm 80% chance to win and you suck
Whether
out
you
and
win
you're
or
20,
lose.
yeah,
Yeah.
whether I win or lose, I won.
Right.
Like I got you.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm going to do it again. And over time, it's going to make me money. But
this is awesome. Shrooms are starting to kick in.
yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I feel like the last 90 seconds,
like-
man, I've been just like shit.
Just chilling back.
Josh, Brandon said you look hot.
I thought you were gonna say hi. I'm like, wow, he notices. Yo,
Megan
thanks,
said,
Brandon.
Josh, are you drinking water? Oh my god.
I know, yo. I've been eyeballing this bottle too, and I'm not doing it. Yeah, just taking the night off, man.
From
Did you
drinking,
have a
sometimes
rough
you have
last
to.
night? Did you tie one on? Did
yeah,
you,
but that's the thing is, like I don't listen. I don't like the taste of booze, so I don't drink just to have one. Like if I drink,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
drink,
get drunk.
Yeah, for the taste of it, I guess.
Hey, you drink to get drunk, and
I
I don't
love
want to
the
just get a
taste of
little
whiskey.
tipsy.
I don't know if I love it. If I actually like try to taste it,
Shout out to Brandon. Pink
tastes
2.
like shit.
Shout out to Brandon. Is it Pink 2? I would assume it has something to do with Nicki Minaj. I don't really know what Pink 2 is, but maybe her new album dropped. I know he wanted that special shout out.
fuck Nicki Minaj.
Whoa, man.
Brandon's gonna come at my neck.
Hey, that's it. Let's wrap this up. Can you put him up on the screen, though? The actual
Who,
comments?
Brandon
Maybe
or
say hi, thanks some
Nicki
people.
Minaj?
Damn, bro.
Oh,
you
shit.
holding out on us, Stephen Hawking? That's fucked up. Who made that comment? Fucking mortality is
You
a
look
real.
hot,
Yo,
Josh.
Facing
Brandon,
mortality. is a
Devin,
real
we
fuck-
love you,
yeah,
bro.
For real.
Devin.
Um,
Man, I gotta catch up on these. Man.
Speaking of
My eyes
music, I
getting
know
worse?
you're what?
That's how my eyes getting worse. I
Oh.
can't read that.
I know
Josh,
that
are
you're
you
a.
drinking
Wow,
water?
Devin is in the house. Good luck.
Like Tom's trying to talk. We're just like fucking.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna bring up
72K
music
per
real quick.
treatment is wild. Yeah, it is, man.
72K per treatment it's crazy, dude. And the fact, like I said, they're willing to give it to you for free.
If you don't have insurance.
It says everything that like this. I've never
it's
thought
funny.
of health insurance before in my
It's such a
life because I've
scam,
always
bro.
had it, but
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It's a fucking scam.
Well, you know what? The opposite actually happened to me when I got bit by a dog. I went to go get a rabies shot, and because I didn't have insurance, I found out that it was $14,000 for the shot because it's fatal. They got you by the balls. Like
Rabies?
If you
Oh,
can't say no.
rabies, yeah.
Bro,
You're gonna
They
die.
say by the time you show symptoms or realize you're done.
It's so funny you brought that up. I was like down a rabbit hole of rabies last night, just looking at shit. Like
That's weird.
The
That's-
humans
yeah,
that
that's
have
bizarre.
rabies or like rabid animals. Well, because of like that mortality, like it was intriguing to me. I'm like, yo, if you get rabies, by the time you know you have rabies, you're
Yeah.
You're
fucked.
done. Yeah.
You know, and it was like,
Oh, I'm
dude,
saying it's bizarre that he brought it up and you were looking at it last night. That's
yeah,
like, coincidences
yeah,
like
and
that freak me
bro,
out.
I was just scrolling Twitter or X now,
It's called synchronicities.
and
It's
it was
weird.
yeah, we share a dick, dude.
We do.
It was Brandon's.
We. He's like, get me out of this.
His nice little,
Yeah, it want nothing to do
his
with it.
nice little celery stalk over
He's
there.
probably listening. He's probably listening to music in those headphones. Doesn't want to listen to us.
That's right.
Ah, fuck.
He's like, fuck those guys. I don't even think he likes us.
Bro, we thought we had
set
a
it up.
friend in the podcast that we paid. Turns out it's just an employee, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't like us at all. He just
Has,
like,
still has an RSVP to any of my birthdays.
So we on our podcast we need a Brandon. We're actively looking for one.
be careful.
because-
Ours is trying to unionize.
Well,
Like the John-
no, we can connect after. You know, his services are pretty reasonable.
yeah,
all
but
you
we're
gotta
so
do is-
far away.
Yeah, bro, your shit is so crispy already.
No, but I'm saying we're so far away from you.
Hold on.
location wise.
Pink Friday 2 in stores today, baby. Go buy your copies.
you
Wait,
go.
album still like in stores?
Listen to Holy
What
Water
store
instead.
is carrying an album? Why am I looking at the
we
mic
have
like that's
albums?
Where he is? What store do you go to buy an album, Brandon?
Why
I don't
do-
even think they make
Strawberries?
real albums anymore.
Why does
Strawberries?
Brandon like Pink Friday so much?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a Nicki Minaj album.
It
He's
is.
a big, yeah, he loves Nicki.
You're like, why does he like Nicki Minaj so much?
Yeah, like I don't understand. Yo, Brandon, I don't know you, and I'm not trying to roast you or anything, but there's better shit out there. Millie's Holy Water came out last Friday, much better. And he's from Massachusetts. Just saying.
What's that?
Brandon,
Send-
well, hold on. Brandon's the fucking man,
Send
number one.
200 stars
Oh, I
to
don't doubt
see
it.
your comment there. Are people sending? So what is star? Do stars get us money?
No, it just like bolds your comment.
I was
or
gonna say,
something,
yo,
like,
send some
pops it.
stars, yo. Send some fucking stars. All right, cool. Yes. Hi to everybody. We love you. Thank you for watching. Josh, I am drinking water. Oh my God. Yes, Megan. Oh, that's bro. I'm so it's Megan from Smart Green. I thought it was my health coach, Megan. I'm like, she's gonna be so proud. No,
She's actually gonna be so
good
proud.
choices.
I'm doing shrooms.
well, that's,
He goes,
that's
"I won't
like a
get into
healthy
this
option.
discussion."
I'll tell you what. Listen, you guys might not have noticed, but I had to really fight in my head a few minutes back because I'm like, yo, this
Guys,
trip,
like tripping
thi-
balls.
yeah, bro. I'm like, it's not even a lot, but I'm a lightweight. I'm like, I felt it, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm getting that loss of control feeling. I played out the scenario about 7 times in my head. I'm like, I can't just panic and shut down the podcast. Yeah, I can lie
Good.
and say I have to pee and try to get myself together for 40 minutes, but they might ask questions. But I'm like, what am I going to do here? Because I'm battling this demon in my head. And it's
Tom's
like,
over here thinking he's having an intelligent conversation with you, and you're just like, oh,
He's
fuck,
looking at you like-
he's on Jupiter somewhere.
My face
I'm
is
sitting-
dripping. He's like, dude, pick your
Bro,
face
like
up.
fucking
I'm
melted.
telling I swear to God, I'm like, it's temporary. It's good. I'm in control. I took the drug. It's fine. I don't really feel this way. I'm thinking about every
Danny.
law I've ever broken. I'm like, they're gonna get me.
Fuck, they're gonna
Dude, the
find
last
out.
time I felt that paranoid, it was a split second. It was probably 20. I don't know. 2008 maybe. But I just remember getting so
way
high
old.
and paranoid where I took my fucking. This was when like downloading music and movies on like like YouTube was a
LimeWire?
thing. Yeah, no, a little after that.
LimeWire, wow.
Like the Pirate Bay,
Kazaa,
you know?
or whatever the fuck it was, Kazam.
Kazaa,
What the fuck was it?
Morpheus was another
Like,
one.
yeah.
No, but I took all my shit and I deleted everything. I'm like, they ain't catching me. My girl's like, what are you doing, bro? I'm
No, we
like,
got nothing to watch, man. What the fuck?
We're just sitting there like, let's read. like, what
High
you
as
got?
fuck, bro.
Sears catalog. I don't know. Look at that's cool.
No,
But yeah,
I mean
bro,
the
I'm
best thing
sitting
to
here,
do
you
when
guys are
that
fucking
happens.
talking about poker, and I'm just like,
The best thing to do when that
got
happens is just let people know. Like, yo, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. Help me. That's what I've learned because
Yeah.
I used to get like that when I would smoke weed.
yeah, I'm not a bitch though. I had to overcome it on my own and then tell you guys so we can laugh about it.
Well, I'm happy you overcame it. You didn't shut
Yeah.
the podcast down because that was the
No,
other
no,
option.
no. I was conscious enough to know.
Hey guys, I'm tripping.
with some weak ankles.
I got weak ankles. Help me.
I'm only like afraid to walk outside because there's a pothole now. No, but it's I really did see them. Just know, this is how much I love the audience. Shutting down the episode was never a thing.
not
Worst
an
case
option.
scenario, I'm out and you guys are riding this one out without me.
It's like Brandon, get
But
on.
I did see that. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to tell Sasha I'm too high. I need her to like give me some peppercorn or something. We've been through this before, so she know how to handle it.
Did she ever work at a cigar bar before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I saw, dude.
Want me to have her come down and see if you recognize her?
No. I know what she looks like.
Oh.
I saw, dude. I see her on your
I'm just
Facebook.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Like, is he tripping or what? Like,
He's like, yeah, look, I'll
it's gonna
show
come
you.
at me. Hey, did you get this picture too?
Shit.
No. Dude, she has a person that looks. Does she have a twin? Sister?
No, she's got a sister that looks just like her, but doesn't work at a cigar lounge. Which one?
I
She's
was
held
at
an event before.
White. No, this lady was bartending. I was at White Ash. Like,
Oh, yeah,
It,
no.
dude, it was like 3 years ago.
Oh,
And I almost
definitely
was like, oh, say what up to Josh for me. And I was like, I don't know if that's her though. So I'm
that
happy I
wasn't.
did it.
Like some random chick.
What the fuck is the one she
He's like, that chick was probably like, damn, that dude has MS.
Yo, he's clearly disabled. I can't talk shit. He has
is
no
he
idea
talking
what he's
about?
Say hi
doing.
to Josh for me. No,
Like, get your numb ass,
Take my
get
strong
your
hand.
numb ass arm away from me. You look-
I'm not dumb. I said numb. You definitely numb. Oh shit.
Oh god.
Say hi to Josh for her.
Damn,
What
you
the fuck you
Scoonsy,
talking about?
my man. I love
hilarious.
seeing everybody fucking talk to each other in the comments too. Makes me happy. We got a nice little J2 community.
Yeah.
I like it, dude. I've been
I'm glad
telling you
that
guys I wanted
passed.
to come on here for like 2 fucking years.
I know it's funny because I was
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
He had to
I
wait
was
for me
just
to get a
reading.
following before I did. He's like, yeah, he ain't cool enough to come on.
Nah,
let me,
not
let
even
me
that,
wait till
bro.
he gets something. You know?
Yo, we were actually. I was so. All right, this is a little embarrassing, but I was 95% sure that you had MS. But I'm like, yo, I don't want to ask if I can talk about MS, and then he doesn't have it. So I scrolled through my
Why did
conversation
you think that though?
because I knew he had it, bro, but I wasn't certain.
You're like, he looked like he has MS. Like, what is
looked
that?
a
What do
little,
you
he looked a
mean?
little sclerosis. Like, no, but you know what I'm saying.
You
So
got weak ankles?
it's just, bro. Like at the end of the day,
Sometimes.
you know,
Only
like
when they're numb.
we talk to a lot of different people, like on our social media and shit. And
Yeah.
sometimes I get stories, fucked up. So anyways, like I scroll through and I'm like, I got to make sure it's in before I say, hey, can I talk about your diagnosis? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? My diagnosis.
Would have been awesome if you're like, can I talk about
He's
this?
like,
Yeah, sure.
why
dude, I don't give a fuck.
are you-
like, I don't have it.
Yo,
You
he's
start
like,
asking
Don't
me
do it yet.
questions.
There's gonna be a better time. I've thought about this and I knew you were gonna do
you
it today.
thought-
Yeah.
why? I
I,
mean,
just think there's a better time.
What?
Why did you know I was gonna do that?
I just know you, bro. Dicks. One dick. I look like Tom for a minute. I'm like, dicks.
Now I wanna
Can't even
know.
touch my fingers.
No, it's a meme thing.
Yeah, the
Ah,
punchline.
okay.
There's gonna be an opportunity where it'll really hit.
No, but the fact that you thought that he had something, why? Why did you think?
Well, because I know we've talked about it before.
Hey, are you
know what I mean?
retarded?
You defended me one time on Facebook.
Yeah, did I?
Yeah.
I was like, leave him alone. He's disabled.
You're like, leave him alone. He has weak ankles.
I had talked about. I had posted. I'm a troll. I had posted something about like depression and like whatever. Fucking people that don't really have it using it or saying what it is. Blah blah blah. It makes it worse. For people that actually do have depression. And somebody commented, no names.
Is that how you feel though?
Yeah, we can get into that in a second. But somebody commented and was like, "Oh, like easy for you to say. You're not someone that's ever had to deal with depression,
Adversity
anxiety,
or something.
any
Yeah,
adversity
say
like
stupid
that."
shit like that.
And Josh, like before I could even say anything, Josh jumped in and he was like, "Yo, bro, I don't know if you know his story because this is like 2 or 3 weeks after I got diagnosed. I'm still a troll. I don't care." He was like, "I don't know if you know his story, but I'm pretty sure he's dealt with adversity and depression."
You're like,
And I was like,
Josh was like,
"That's
1 out
my
of 3
dog."
trans people try to kill themselves.
Yo,
Josh just studying MS. Like, how many people with MS have depression? Yeah, Tom, I got your back, bro.
so
Damn.
it almost came back again. But anyways, so I'm scrolling through, trying to make sure you're really the MS dude.
Yeah,
and
that's me. I do have more than one sclerosis. Like that's me.
multiple of them, bro. I
Yeah.
like that. He's got exponential sclerosi. Sclerosi.
That's the plural.
Yeah. He's got
More
them
is not
everywhere.
always better. I promise.
But then I'm rereading all the fucking messages and bro, like you were almost
Was it more?
the host, the
little.
co-host of the show while he was like doing all his crazy shit.
Yeah, he was
Do you remember
MIA.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
like dude, he was gonna just jump in because Tom the whole time was like, bro, bring back the podcast, bring back
Yeah.
the podcast. The
'Cause
podcast
I enjoy
is
it.
legit.
It's fun.
And we
cool
were
to
in
keep
talks
shit.
about it. I don't know why it didn't, but I think it had something to do with your location. Like you were living far. Then
So
you
I was
moved a
living in
little closer.
Waltham. Yep.
Yeah.
And it was also like finding a place to do
that's
it.
the
and-
guy you were like, I don't want to catch that disease.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not
was like-
sharing a room with him, bro.
Can you imagine?
No,
I get
don't
more
worry.
than one
We already
sclerosis too.
sprayed in here today, so we're good.
Lysol is all over the place. It smells great, by the way.
Does it?
No, yeah.
It probably smells like clean laundry. My boo's always doing a thing down here.
I was talking about the Lysol.
Oh, I was gonna
It was
say.
a joke.
Oh, does it not smell good down here? Now I'm like, hey, come clean down here, for Christ's sakes. Said it smells like noodles, pork lo mein. Oh, leaf lo mein. He doesn't eat meat anymore.
Leaf Floyd.
Is this your water?
Yeah, you can have some.
Can I?
Yeah.
All right. I gotta drink something right now.
Yeah, but yeah,
I'm
me and you
gonna
had
be a
talked
space
about
cadet
doing it,
again.
and then actually where I shoot now is the spot that I was like, hey, my buddy's got the spot. If you would ever want to drive up there, though, and that was the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
It was like
Where you guys
driving
at?
so
Where,
fucking far.
New Hampshire. You
Methuen.
told us that, remember?
Oh,
Methuen.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so but
Stupid.
it works for me because so I work in Foxborough. I drive up on Thursday nights.
Providence.
I drive
Oh,
up on
shit.
Thursday nights. It takes me about an hour to get there, and then I stay the night. I don't work on Friday. I switch my schedule around, so I'm off on Fridays.
Dope.
Yeah, nice.
It gives us time, like we can do some shit, back end shit with the podcast and all that. So yeah, that works out.
Yeah, you guys are shit. Pull it up real quick so we can see it. Not like a full episode, but you know what I mean.
Now we're gonna watch 2 hours
You've
of
tuned
Up Late
into
with
this. It's like
Friends.
you know when you would watch a show as a kid and they would do like one of the episodes that's just all recaps
Yeah.
throughout the years. I'd be so fucking mad when that shit happened. I'm like, dude,
The worst.
I don't want to watch a reminiscence episode. I've seen all these episodes.
Okay, so this is
The very
Oh,
first
nice. So you guys
episode.
This was in the beginning
Yeah,
too. Like
this,
your
is the, this is the
studios,
very first one.
you guys splurged on the SM7Bs for everyone, huh?
Are those
Told
good
you.
mics?
You know that's a good. Don't fuck with me. Did you watch that episode?
No, I'm dead ass.
Yeah, we actually had a debate one time. I didn't. It wasn't even about mics. It was about quality of shit in general.
Yeah.
Jay was trying to convince us that there's no difference in quality based on price. Like if you buy a fucking $5 Shaquille O'Neal sneaker, it's made with the same
Whoa,
quality
slow
materials
down.
as a
Don't-
Michael Jordan sneaker.
Yeah, that's
on.
fact.
But it's not fact. No, I'm not slowing down because we got into it. So I had to say, bro, there's a difference in quality. Go get the mic, and I have a mic over there that's the same one as yours. And then I'm like, feel that mic, and then feel this mic. You can just feel that it's made with better material.
Yeah.
I was just saying that price. Price
So-
does not always.
Oh, now you're
Equate.
getting vague with it. Like not always equating. Of course, not always, but most of the time.
So I will say, you said those are SM7Bs. Like I don't even know what our equipment's called. Yo,
Sure, they look
Danny-
like them. Yeah, sure.
Danny,
SM7B.
the blonde dude in the middle, Danny.
He's the one that picked.
Well, I don't
He's
see any
the-
blonde dudes.
Well, if he has a hat on, red shirt in the middle. My bad.
Okay, that makes way more sense to me now. I'm like, I see Aladdin and a dude with a hat. Like, I don't see. Is that Devin Sousa's little brother on the right, Lewis?
Yo, you're an asshole.
No, it looks like him.
Yeah,
That's not an
shut the
insult. It
fuck
just
up,
looks
bro.
like him. Devin is watching right now. Devin, tell me that doesn't look like your brother on the right.
Devin, he's trying to roast you, and you can't even defend yourself.
I didn't say anything about Devin.
I know. I'm just kidding.
So I don't know shit about like Danny put
that
this
you
all
on the
together.
left?
Yeah,
That was closer to 375 than it is now, right?
yeah. I mean,
I'm fucking. I'm fucking with you.
I'm in a really small chair.
Small
I'm in a
chair.
small
Yo,
chair.
you're closer to the camera too. Look at you compared to everybody else.
Like, yeah,
Fucking, they
dude.
look like hobbits.
Yeah, you picked the first episode. Go to like the last episode. Or something. Like, we look better now. Fuck.
Oh shit.
So
Season 2. I like that you guys are doing seasons, man. I think that's something that we should adopt. Actually,
So
not
we actually
fucking, it's
switched the
stupid. I don't
setup
like
with
it.
this one. We did a lounge, and we just kind of chilling in a couch area, which is cool. But no, so like all the shit, Danny put it together. It was his idea. He's a perfectionist. I wanted to do a podcast like 2 years ago,
Why are you zooming in on there? for a
and
second?
this motherfucker made us wait forever because he was buying shit and doing whatever.
That's so rude. They put you in the middle. You're a big fella. You shouldn't be in the middle.
I actually chose to sit there instead. I didn't want to sit in the corner. I wanted to hug Frank.
No, see you hugging him, Frank.
Yeah, what's funny is they have that cup like taped to your hand because it doesn't work.
I have a giant straw coming out of that cup. I was sipping all my bourbon and
You
beers
drink out of
through a
straws?
straw.
That's gay.
That's exactly
What
why
is
I
your
did it.
podcast? Is it just a social podcast? Just kind of
Social
like shooting the
podcast,
shit?
dude. No
Similar to
script,
this.
nothing. Whatever comes to our head. I mean, like
We
I
had a
said,
script today. I just wrote down
that's it.
some.
Yeah,
shit
you
I
gave
wanted
it to me
ask.
late, so I didn't know what.
No,
the
no.
fuck.
Honestly, even he didn't know it was there. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things.
So sometimes we'll put points down
Like
and
bullet
like
points
yeah,
almost?
bullet points, especially if we have a guest because
Yeah.
you want to be able to hit some stuff like where you're from, what are you doing, blah blah blah. Like we have this guy coming in tomorrow, Joey Avery. He's a comedian from San Francisco. He's coming in, and we've all
Wait,
been
is he coming
watching shit.
solely just for your podcast?
No,
Or
he's
is
doing
he
a show
just-
at-
You don't remember him telling us this?
So he's doing a show at Last
Listen, there's
Show.
people
Listen,
watching that don't know, guy.
Oh,
you
I hate when you do
dumbass.
that fake shit, bro. You ask a question,
For
you don't
those
answer.
people,
fake
yes,
shit is-
he's
You're
coming
like,
in just
"Oh,
for
this
us.
is
We're
so-
that important.
I've never heard you say this before.
I'm trying
Tell
to give
me
this guy
more.
some props to his fucking
No.
No,
podcast,
give
man.
him the props, but just be like, yo, that's dope that he's coming.
All
You
right,
know
so
what
listen.
he's doing here.
So
For
here
us
is-
intelligent people that understand what's going going on.
So he's coming in. He's got a show, and we hit him up. We were like, "Hey, man, we got a podcast. Check it out. If you like it, if you want to jump on before your show, let us know."
Yeah.
That's
He
lit.
watched a couple clips, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, like I'll jump on there." So we're gonna pick him up from where he's staying in Boston, bring him up to Methuen,
That's sick.
chill with him, and then the next day he's giving us tickets to his show in Boston.
That's cool.
And we're gonna be able to
Sick.
hang out.
How
with
did you
him and
reach out to
fucking-
him?
We went on Instagram. Danny's fucking smart as hell, dude. Like he does all the back end shit, and he was like, "We got to reach out to people. We got to get guests." And we're like, "All right, cool, but like, how do we how do we do it? Be a better Danny, bro."
I got the great tech guy. You know, I got a great fucking location.
But we were like, how do we do it? How do we reach out to these guys? Danny was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to go online.
such an idiot.
He went online. He found like Boston Laugh or Laugh Boston, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know which order it's in.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw like a set list of people that are coming, their calendar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he just reached out to them on Instagram. So we've booked 2 or 3 comedians that are coming into town. And, you know,
Sick.
we have another one
Nice.
coming up in April. And
Steal the recipe. We'll do the same thing with fucking Comedy Connection.
do Comedy
Rhode Island.
Connection. I was looking at it. So I was
They
thinking
get
the
some
same
guys
thing.
here and there.
They do,
Joey
so-
Diaz was there recently.
Vic DeBetto.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's a Jersey guy, actually. Big Giants fan.
Jeez, guy.
He's coming to I think next month.
See, this is why we're at. You don't even know
Comedy
who fucking
Connection.
Nick DeBetto is.
Yeah.
No, I don't
He's
know who that
awesome,
is.
dude. He's wicked funny. You should hit him up.
Yeah.
Reach out to him on Instagram, fucking whatever, and hit him up.
It's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But like Danny comes up with all that shit, man. He's smart as hell. He kind of like runs the whole thing. It was his idea, and
Which one is Danny?
Danny is the one in the middle with the white hat.
Yeah.
The blonde one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the flaw one who you
one
can't
just
see
said
here. The guy wearing shoes.
The beard.
Yeah, that guy.
The beardless one. Why doesn't he have a beard? He's a handsome
Would
fella.
you?
That's
Yeah,
why.
would you have a
Yeah,
beard
true.
if you had that face?
I say that to Andrew all the time, bro. He's like, "What do you think of the beard?" I'm like, "Bro, you got a good-looking face. Why
Get rid of it.
Yeah, get rid of the beard.
There's a reason we got beards, dude. It's men's makeup.
100%, bro."
I don't
just
know.
don't
I
have-
just look at it as like it's a masculine thing.
Listen, you don't really have the option.
What are you talking about? Oh, God.
Come on,
Is that all
bro.
you can grow?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm half Asian.
Are you?
Look at
Yeah.
Brandon's
Oh, yeah,
got
he's a Filipino.
Brandon's
Yeah.
all Asian, bro. He's got a rocking beard.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah, but his is a little more like Fu
I can't.
Manchu.
I
He
can't
does,
fucking
dude. He's
grow
got the
shit.
straight,
Master,
you
he's
know?
got that master
Patches like
splinter.
yeah. I can't. If I could grow it out, bro, I would always rock it.
You got to power through it and just try.
Yeah, I should.
He's
just
been
have
trying
fucking-
this. He's never cut it.
He's like
Never
this.
shaved. That's
I
it.
actually haven't stopped since 18, and this is where we are. Damn, sorry, bro. But yeah,
I mean, you could. I see. There's a lot of neck. You shave all of it off,
No, well, the neck,
or
yeah,
a
but
beard
it's,
doesn't come up.
it's right here. Like this is where you need it. This is where that's a beard.
I had that problem when I was younger too. I had a patchy ass beard.
He's
Yo,
20
you
years
call-
older than us.
Well, no, I'm just saying. When I was younger, though, I did.
I don't know. I felt like that was like a fucking a dig, bro. He was like, yeah, I had the same problem when I was a little bitch.
Yeah, I couldn't grow a beard either when I was
Definitely
8.
came off that way. I didn't mean it, but that's awesome.
Like your
Yeah.
balls didn't drop yet, guy.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
I remember my first beer. Yeah, it was. It was one of those.
Now, so you obviously you do video. Do you release on only YouTube or do you do audio only? Like, are you on Spotify and shit like that?
YouTube, Spotify.
Okay.
We just got Spotify up and running. And then most of our clips are just Instagram. We're gonna start doing skits because like skits are huge.
Yeah?
we're a group of funny guys, dude, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have a
yeah.
couple like legit actors that have been in movies and shit that
Yeah.
we're friends with. This kid Mike Ziccola. So he's gonna help us out doing skits.
I really fucking missed the ball getting you on the show, man.
Miss what?
Missed the ball when you wanted to co-host. I should have just said, "Fuck it, we'll move it over there." Look at.
No, man. Like I said, you
Judging
guys.
books by their cover, bro.
I mean, my man, at least Jay does bring the booze every week in the ice. So
Hey,
I am
I
the
mean,
podcast.
Charles owns a bar.
who cares if the podcast is a success? He brings the ice and the booze.
Charles owns a bar, so he does the same.
Oh, okay.
So that works.
Josh has this weird idea that it's his podcast. That's
Yeah,
just the way he
no.
talks. It's like some.
It's
I
a-
don't
he has
think-
he has like makeup for like it's like in his mind he's insecurities.
I don't
It's
think
like
that.
weird shit.
I'm just telling you what the people think. I don't see.
I
this-
don't even.
Hey,
Listen,
you
bro.
don't have
Hold on,
bullet
wait, hold on.
points.
I don't
You
want
don't have bullet points.
I will never ever just because we're boys. I will never tell you what the people think. just because we're
You
friends.
don't want to know, bro.
I know. I know.
No, but like I said, you guys are welcome whenever. We'll work something out. You guys come up to us. We
Yeah,
do
just
it on
come pick us up
Thursdays.
the same way you're picking up that comedian. Just come down here and pick us up.
That'll
What is
be
that? It's
tough.
got to be a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, for you guys it would be tough. I mean, you could always meet me at work.
No,
because
and then
like,
just
We
make it
still got to
happen.
drive there,
That's
bro.
what I
What do you
mean.
think's gonna
I
happen?
would just make it happen if that.
Just
that
meet
were
me
the
at
case.
work. What's the plan from there, dude?
well, I'm saying I would drive the rest of the way, and you wouldn't have to worry about driving.
Oh, Yeah, I don't really. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's more like the time. Not really. I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't really give a shit. I was busting your balls, and now it's awkward.
Listen, I don't need your bitching, bro.
That's true.
No, so anyway,
So
back
what?
to these mics though. I feel like your mics,
These are not good mics. These are cheap mics.
but with
They
our
actually
mics,
work though.
we have to talk. We got to be close. We got to be right
Yeah.
up in there.
Like one fist. You can do
But
two fists here.
yeah, but the quality is fantastic.
Of
Actually,
yours?
isn't it due
Yeah.
to our
Ours,
fucking OBS thing that's where we can adjust how far or close you have to be away from the mic? So you guys have one of those little lighty gay things?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
he
right.
can, yeah, he can adjust it.
Little
But it's like
fruitcake
you're,
things.
you're moving around and shit too, like
Leo.
so it can be tough.
My man. He goes, I am the podcast. He goes, your OBS thing. OBS is a software on the fucking computer, for Christ's
Yeah,
sake.
whatever the fuck
And
it
then
is.
he
I don't
goes, see,
know.
I got one of these little light things.
Hey, that's why we pay Brandon.
Don't leave me hanging, bro. I love you.
That's why we pay Brandon. I don't need to know what that is.
You're the
Holy
talent.
shit,
Yeah.
bro.
You're the talent. You
He's
don't
the
need to know
talent.
anything else. You're
He's
good.
the talent,
You're good.
man.
Happens. But yeah, I mean, there's so much more that
But
goes
isn't it
into
due to that?
people
That's what I'm
notice.
saying.
No. Like,
What
you
do you
can.
know?
I mean,
you
Can't,
can
can't we
adjust.
be away from it? We can adjust how close.
to an extent, yeah. We're not going to get into this right now, bro, because I'm going to confuse you and it's going to look weird. And I'm going to try to break it down Barney style.
This is like a
It's
pretty
just-
easy answer. It's either yes or no. Why
But
are you
it's
making
not,
it?
it's not a yes or no
Can we
answer.
adjust how far?
The volume? Yes, we can adjust
Not
the
the
volume.
volume. Why
What
you
then?
acting
Okay,
stupid
then what?
right now, guys?
Ask me the easy
I don't know,
question,
forget
please.
it. All right, let's move on because you're being fucking
I'm
retarded
just
right
trying.
now.
Ask
You
me the
can't
question.
say That's a trigger word.
Let's just move on. No, let's just move on.
So like,
fucking
if you're
retarded.
naturally sitting like this,
Yeah.
you can listen to it before you start shooting or when you're shooting, and you can bump up the volume of this mic so it picks up more on that. Correct.
Oh yeah, no
But
shit.
then all of a sudden,
I thought we just paid for the
We're
lights.
not talking about the volume. We're talking about how much it picks up. We've adjusted
That's what I
it before
mean.
a million
So, like,
times.
you're
But not- I'm
adjusting
saying
it.
not just the volume. You can. There's a setting on there.
he's telling you
It's the volume.
it's the volume.
The higher you turn it up, it's gonna pick up more background noise.
Yeah, and then also
That's why the
you
answer
get
wasn't
close
black
like
and white,
this.
because you can adjust it, but adjusting it doesn't give you better sound. Because then when you hear clicking,
It
you
might
hear
fuck
everything in
with
the
your
background.
No, we're not talking about better sound. We're just talking about how much it picks up closer, farther away.
Correct, yes. But if you adjust it so you pick up further away, that means
Yeah.
you're not hearing just your voice further away. You're hearing this tapping, you're hearing Brandon coughing, you're hearing noise upstairs.
No shit. It's the sensitivity
That's
of the
the word-
mic.
that's the word I think
It's
you were
not the
looking for.
volume.
which you can fuck with the background stuff on OBS too.
You can put
Which
filters, but you know what?
I learned, yeah,
The better
the
the mic,
filters.
the better it's going to sound.
Yeah,
No matter what.
correct. Frank sometimes
Anytime
on our
you-
podcast doesn't
yeah.
talk close enough, and it's like he's whispering, and we're like, Frank, talk to the fucking mic.
But you guys
bro.
do have one of those little
We
lighty
do,
things too?
yeah.
Dope.
Yeah,
Where you can adjust the sensitivity of the mic, right?
you can adjust the volume.
Yo, you guys are fucked up, bro.
So you're both talking about two different things. The volume is like those sliders
Yeah.
that you'll adjust in real time. But you actually can go into the software of that
adjust the
Roadcaster and adjust the decibels and
Yeah, and
the
you can do
noise
that.
gate and shit like
you
that.
can do that on OBS too.
True, yeah.
Because
You
like
can
when
do
I
it
was
everywhere.
streaming, I had to adjust
You
noise
guys make
gate
me
and
sound like
fucking
I'm
all that
crazy.
nonsense.
Like,
We're not. It's just you started talking about technology that you referred to as that lighty thing.
yeah.
And then you're trying to challenge us on what its capabilities are.
Hold on. Over there, what is that lighty thing?
This is the keyboard.
I know. But what would you consider the lighty thing over there? It's a thing with all the
Yeah,
fucking lights on it?
It's called the Roadcaster Pro 2. We're looking for a sponsor.
Oh, jeez.
Gotta drop them, dude. Tag them in everything. Drop
I
it.
should.
Throw their fucking logo.
So you
up.
guys do like post edits, obviously, right?
What do you mean?
Like after everything is recorded, you
Mm-hmm.
edit it after and clip it up and add the captions.
Yeah,
That's gotta take so long.
Danny does it all.
It must take forever, bro.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like he goes through, he watches the full like 2-hour video. We also have this thing that we do if we say, because we're not live.
Yeah.
So if we say anything that we're like, oh fuck, we shouldn't have said that.
What could you
Oh,
possibly
y'all
say
are
that you wouldn't
fucking
say?
cowards, bro.
No,
I cannot. I feel like I've been duped. I can't watch it anymore.
Sometimes things slip, and you say something, and you're like, mom and dad wouldn't like that very much. So you just throw your hand up. And Dan, when he's watching it and he scrolls through, he'll see a hand up, and he's like, oh, I gotta cut something.
Wait, so everybody on the podcast just has the ability to cut a section out?
If they want to. And then we'll discuss too. Like we'll be like, yeah, we ain't cutting that because it's not
There's
bad.
a great quality content there
Yeah.
too. Like, what if it happens in the middle of some,
Yeah.
You know, like a great fucking clip.
Then
I'm
we
trying
just
to think of like, was there ever a topic that we ever talked about where we were like, yeah,
There's
probably
definitely
shouldn't
some
say
shit that you've said where I'm like, I
Fuck.
wouldn't have said that. But I'm not you. You know what I mean? Like if you say it,
that. Yeah, no, I own up to it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what I say. Well, okay, all right.
yeah. I mean,
I would say that we definitely push the limits a little bit more.
no, not really. You're just worried about what everybody thinks, and you edit it. Just fake ass.
No, I mean if
podcasts.
you look at the content
I'm
though,
fucking
like
with
there,
you,
we,
Bro.
we
like
push,
if you
we
your
push
boy
pretty
said
hard.
what 11-year-old doesn't like sucking dick. If he's saying that,
That's what I'm
what do
saying.
y'all cut out, bro?
So it would,
All of your answers, like no, I love it.
Like, no. We
no,
actually
so
want that.
we didn't cut anything from
Let me
that.
show you something.
We didn't, look at my search history. No, we didn't cut any of that stuff. And like, no, we don't do it often, but especially if we have a guest.
What can
So,
you
like-
can you think back to one thing that you said that you raised your hand and had to cut out and then share with us?
It was like a 30-minute, a whole like 30-minute thing.
You
What?
cut, you went
went
to cut
off?
out
You were
30 minutes.
angry or something?
I went off. I was very drunk. So, all right, and fuck.
Prepare everybody. Here we
So
go.
Simone Biles,
The gymnast.
yes,
Yes. Okay.
she dropped out of the Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone was like, "Oh, blah blah blah."
Was that because she tested positive or she couldn't smoke weed? Did it have something to do with
No,
weed?
no,
or
no, no.
She's
So
black.
Simone Biles didn't get.
It's the booze.
Just kidding. I just
I have a very different Brandon. I kind of like this. The shrooms. I have a very different perspective on.
So Simone Biles
Shit
dropped
right
out
now.
of the Olympics, and she didn't say why. She just dropped out, and she's like one of the greatest American Olympists ever. Like,
What do you think? She was pregnant? Maybe.
no. So I never followed up with why she dropped out of the Olympics.
Okay.
This is my fault because I don't follow gymnasts. Like, it's not
Sure.
interesting to me.
Why would you?
Simone
Olympics,
Biles.
Gymnast. I'll leave it at that.
Simone Biles gets brought up on the podcast one night, and I'm very drunk. And I was just like, fuck Simone Biles. And everyone's like, why? I was like, she fucking dropped out of the Olympics, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, you know why she dropped out of the Olympics? I'm like, no, she's a fucking quitter. She quit on her team. She couldn't compete. He's like, oh, she was actually had to testify against Larry Nasser. And I was like, she didn't go to Michigan State.
Why did you hate her so much though? Like,
Because, well, no,
Wait,
so,
wait, let
so,
him
so I
finish. I'm
didn't, I
curious.
didn't hate her. I
Is
hated
that the coach that was like?
touching
the
the
kids?
girls. So, but I didn't know that she had been in, because I hadn't.
They
followed up
couldn't
with
have
the story.
timed that trial like not during the Olympics. That seems like a stupid idea.
Well, so she was getting ready to testify him in a couple months, and it was weighing on her mental
Oh, shut
wellness
up.
bullshit.
All right, all
Yeah,
right.
you know. So either way, so I'm like, fuck that, blah blah blah. But I didn't know the Larry Nasser thing, and then they're starting to tell me like that, and I was like, allegedly. I don't believe
oh
it.
no,
Blah, 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 like,
my boy's
I-
defending the diddler,
but
bro.
I wasn't. I
What?
wasn't defending him. I was defending the fact that like we
He was like,
didn't
"Yo,
know.
Nas."
We did, my boy. We didn't know that
Oh,
she was a part of that, but apparently she was, and I just missed that headline because
Gotcha.
it's not a headline; it's a gymnast. Like no one cares.
she's a pretty.
Well, look, bro, that whole situation is why she's a pretty like recognizable name.
Well, she was a,
No,
she was a
she's a
big name
great
before that.
gymnast.
No,
So
she is a
great
great gymnast. All right, so let me ask you a very easy to answer
I
question.
would have never known that. Like,
Do you
had
think her?
Yeah.
'Cause I
do you
don't know
think her
that.
public engagement and more people knew her before or after she's boycotted the Olympics?
100% after.
Exactly.
Fact. So, and
That's
is
all
what
I speak.
that is what in my brain, when not knowing the whole Larry Nasser situation, when she initially did it, I was like, dude, this is publicity.
Right.
Like she wants publicity because, like, who the fuck cares about Simone Biles unless she's dropping out of the Olympics?
Exactly.
Like that's crazy publicity. Didn't realize that all this other shit happened, and we had this conversation, and
Allegedly.
I probably looked like a fucking douche.
Yeah.
But it was because I never followed up with it. I was very drunk, so I was just like, we talked the next day, and I was like, let's just get rid of that one.
That seems. Is there some sort of predetermined, like agreement? Is it always come down to a vote? I mean, what if you put your hand up and you're like, "Yo, I really don't want that going out. I look like an asshole," and then you just get vetoed? Like, how? That seems like a weird one.
Where I mean, dude, if you're asking, it has to be bad for you to ask to have it taken
But
off.
bad
Like,
is just subjective.
like
so,
family stuff,
You're
like-
always gonna feel like it's worse if you say it.
yeah,
because like your
so,
emotions
like,
are attached.
If
to
somebody says that they don't want something, we're all like, cool, you don't want it. We don't need to ask questions. Like we're all boys. We're like brothers.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we get it. Like for whatever reason you don't want it, like we're not gonna fight it.
It's never happened. It's never been an issue.
We did have a
Here
guest.
we go. Air it out.
So we've had some
Who's
guests
the bitch?
sometimes. I'm not going to mention names, but we've had some guests sometimes that have come on.
Just
and
write
then
it on this paper.
after it's over, we'll post it and they'll be like, "Hey, can you remove that? Or can you block this person? Can you block that person? I'm getting yelled at from this person. Can you take it
Yeah.
down?" And it's like, we actually came up with like we made some, and a couple of the clips were hitting too.
We have a
And we've had
bro,
to
we've been
taken
in that
them off.
situation.
Yeah.
So what we did was I actually chat GPT to fucking
A
what is that thing
contract,
called?
an NDA.
And no, not an NDA. That means like when you can't.
Oh
speak
yeah.
like a release, a waiver. I don't know what the fucking word is for it.
Funniest thing, if you scroll through
it's one of
these
these right here.
episodes
Those
real quick,
ads.
if you scroll through these episodes real quick, we did, I think it was like episode 6, 7, something like that. We had right there, episode 10, Megan Maiden. I don't know if you know who Megan Maiden is. She is an adult film actress.
You could say porn.
Porn star.
We're not
so
G-rated like you guys.
She
You said
actually
porn.
came on, and we were telling her the story about like, hey, is there anything that we can't say? Is there anything that we can say? Like, and she was
Shows
like,
your
porn
pussy to the
stuff.
fucking world. You
show
can't
her
say
butthole
shit.
for
she's
$3.
wicked fucking cool too. And she was just like, she's from Massachusetts, and she was like, hey, do whatever. Like, I would prefer if you didn't bring this up or that up. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Can you get to the part where she's on, bro?
Wait,
Yeah, you just right there.
what did she not want to be brought up? If you don't mind me asking.
It was just like family stuff or like
okay,
whatever, like stuff
not
that's
porn related,
No,
obviously.
not porn
It's
related. It was
like-
like personal life stuff. Like,
You're like, so what do you do for work? She's
like,
like, my mom's watching.
Like, hey, you ever blow your dad? Like, what?
so but she is the one that actually recommended to us. She was like, dude, you guys should have a release form. You should have everybody sign it that comes
it
on.
It sounds silly, right, for right now, but you think if one of your clips goes fucking viral,
Yeah.
you know, you don't want any person to just be able to, take that down.
I don't want it. Yeah,
I don't
right,
want
exactly.
it up there anymore.
So we do. That is something that we have to put on there, and like we're not dicks about it. We're not. If we'll talk to you before you come on the show,
Well,
and
that's
be like,
was the
hey.
first thing we said to you.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, be
Okay.
careful, man. Like, because whatever you say, we don't edit it. And
Yeah,
I think 3 times we've been in a bit of a pickle where we had, a guest 3 times. How many episodes in are we? 60 at this point? And we've had 3 situations where after it was recorded and released, the
We have
guest
3.
comes
I can
back.
only think of 2.
So the first one from smoking the weed.
Yep.
The second one, obviously,
Yeah.
and then the last was when I talked about, our homeboy. I'll just say BP. I'm not, but I talk about his butthole procedure.
Oh, yeah.
But still, that
Yeah,
last
yes,
one was
yes.
super easy. It was only like a 7 seconds he wanted me to cut out, and I did that. I said some out of pocket shit about whatever. But before that, yeah, the other 2 were like they either the whole episode they wanted down, like or fucking like hey, can you cut out the part where we're smoking weed? We're like,
the whole episode. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
like
You know
what
what's
do we
great?
do?
Out of all the things that we talk about and all the shit that we talk, I would always think that there would be something that I would need that I've said that I would need to be cut out. But you for whatever reason, I guess you said something that somebody didn't like, and
Yeah, it actually wasn't that bad. It was just a kind of a personal thing that wasn't like public. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's
The
is a
internet
little
is
simple
also a way more forgiving place than people give
because it's just
credit.
old
'Cause-
news now. The
you
next
know
thing
what
is
the
always
reality
there.
is that nobody really gives a fuck.
Yeah. So like,
That's the reality.
Yeah.
Think about the most controversial person that you've ever heard of that was on
Donald
in the
Trump?
spot. Trump, Eminem. Nobody really gives a fuck on their day to day what the fuck they're doing.
That's
and what-
not true.
No, I'm
they're
saying
waiting
like
for them to.
That's not
There's
true,
people
bro.
out there that
Listen,
are waiting for them to slip
There
out.
are
those
people
are
out
they
there.
paying your bills or like you know what I'm saying? No.
Well, that's saying they don't matter. But
It's just talking.
That's a different thing. There are people that give a bro. There are people still to this day,
Yeah.
that make criticizing and hating Donald Trump their personality. Like they still post about him 4 or 5
Those
times
are
a day.
extreme
People we
people.
know. Yeah, but I'm saying some people
Yeah.
just. It's sad.
Sure.
But I'm saying like that's like the minority.
Oh yeah.
Most people don't give a fuck.
So you
the
don't
average
think
person. I'm saying.
minorities deserve a voice? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Fuck
He's like,
minorities.
they're just minorities though. Who gives a shit?
I'm saying the average person doesn't, they don't care what anybody else is really doing. Do you okay, just say in this room, do you give a fuck what Donald Trump is doing?
Sometimes it's
Hell
good for
yeah, I wanna
entertainment
know.
value.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I'll
from
follow
an
them up for
entertainment,
that.
yeah.
For fun, not to
Right.
bash him.
But I'm saying like in your meaning of life, like does that really fucking matter what Donald Trump is
No,
doing?
of course not.
No. And so, I mean, and that's another thing with like trolling people on the internet and like, because you're friends with me on Facebook,
Yeah.
I post shit to get under people's skin.
Oh, yeah, of course,
But
bro.
the reason I do that is because the majority of the time it's going to make a couple people laugh. If I post something on the internet that makes 10 people think that I'm a douchebag or it gets under 10 people's skin, but it makes one person, because I get
it
it
was worth it?
often. If I get one person that messages me and like, yo, that was really funny, you made my day, I needed a laugh, that's more important to me, making someone's day and making them laugh when they're in a bad mood, than it is the softie that got pissed off that I fucking said Joe Biden's a cunt.
It's a weird.
It's
It's
more
a weird
important.
outlook on life. You're like, I will ruin the lives of 10 people if I can make one person
you're that
happy.
soft that me
You deserve
posting
it.
something on Facebook is going to ruin your day,
Stay off
you're
the
not my
internet.
people. There's a very easy way to
Doesn't
stop
that
that.
apply to your podcast? If you're that soft, you're getting that offended or that worked up and frazzled over what we're talking about. Hey, fuck off! Don't listen to us. That's what
Pretty
I say
much.
to people. I mean, listen, I'm very, very open. People know this about me on my social media, on the podcast. I just am who I am, and I'll say whatever the fuck I want. If you don't like it, stay away from me. That's really that sounds confrontational, but the reality is that
how I live my life.
If somebody does really know me, I don't ever really mean harm. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I say faggot. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I say retard. I don't want to hurt people's feelings.
They don't.
But-
They don't even know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
They don't
They don't really matter.
You go up to a retard. You go call them a retard. They're gonna be like, all right.
Yeah, and to a certain point, but like
Like
when
you gotta
you're
be true to
Yo,
yourself, right?
I just thought of
absolutely,
this,
and
bro.
I mean, you can look at our stuff. We are.
Yeah.
There's certain stuff that we're gonna be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't have said that, and the majority of the reason for that is we're
I know
looking for
most people can't handle it.
one, people can't handle it, but like we're also looking for sponsors.
Yeah.
We have people that are investing in our show, like outside of us, that are actually putting money into our show.
Do you
We
do you
have-
get worried though that like when you start to go that route, your
Never.
show is gonna
We'll never let it happen.
it's gonna lose. I mean, if it's already like censoring you to the point where you're like, hey, we're not gonna say certain things because we won't have the sponsors. It's kind of taken away from some of the genuineness of
So
why
if
you
you
did in the first place.
If you look at the 20 episodes or the 19 episodes that we have up right now, you would not think that we edited anything. We're taking out like extreme shit that we know could potentially like really piss someone off.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
But wouldn't that be a minority of people?
Typically, those are the ones that would be offended. Yes,
No, you know what I'm saying.
correct, Jay.
No. Let me use a different word. Wouldn't that be anybody but white people? No, I'm kidding. No. Wouldn't that be a fringe?
Yeah, it's a fraction of
Yeah.
a fraction of a fraction of the people.
Yeah.
But at the same
So
time,
like if 5 people are offended but 100 people understand that you're not really trying to,
yes.
you're drinking. Everybody knows that we're drinking on the podcast.
And
you
when
know,
we
we're
have
doing
100,000
Such a poor excuse. We're drinking.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. It
I was
is
drunk.
When we have
yeah.
100,000, when we
In
have
that case,
100,000
yeah.
followers, you get more lenient with it, and you can say like, "Fuck it, whatever." We might have slipped up here, but
You're saying
people
as
won't
you're
care.
trying to grow your
but
audience.
with like we have like 7,500 followers right now on Instagram, and it's like
That's it.
it's that's it.
We have 75.
we have 7 or 5.
So like we're building, and like we do have to cater to certain things just to.
Oh, I
you
hate
know.
that. I no.
Yeah, no.
No disrespect. I love your success. I love the fact that you guys are growing. I love the fact that you guys are. Yeah, I just spit some more. But
Title of the episode: Up Late with Friends caters to audience and censors their shit. No, I'm kidding.
I hate the fact that you guys are like the real deal, but it's like smoothing out the edges. The edges is what makes you. The edges is what makes Tom.
And that's smoothing it
And-
out, bro. You can only sand something down, and you keep sanding it.
So
it
I feel
just
like
goes
if
away.
you guys came and did an episode with us, you'd be like, okay, it's not nearly as bad as I thought.
yeah,
it
I'm
was.
sure we're
Well, no, but you
traumatized
guys
with it.
think that certain things that you guys do is bad, and that's
The Simone Biles thing, when I woke up the next day and like read through it and went through,
Yo, whiskey just came out of my boy's buffalo nose.
when I woke up,
Oh, what do you need? You need spit it out. You good?
Buffalo nose. What the fuck?
it's on Buffalo Head. When I woke up the next day and looked up and did like a recap of Simone Biles' history, I was like, oh fuck.
It's such a random thing
I was
to be like upset about
but I
and
was
wake
like,
up and
oh
have
fuck,
regrets.
oh fuck, I fucked up. I look like a jackass. It was more of not wanting to offend people, but I was like, wow, I'm so misinformed. Can we please not put that?
Oh, it was,
I
like,
look like a
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
See,
like I just
don't mind being
completely
embarrassed.
missed.
Yeah.
I completely missed the whole thing. But then the other part of it too is you're
And
gonna
now
have
you're
the
just
people-
talking about it here, bro. So funny.
Well, yeah. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
One day. You said 7 or 5 views. I mean, I ain't
He's
worried.
like, I think I'm safe. Like, there's 7 people living in this house.
You're like, yo, the neighbor might hear you.
Do you guys post full episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do on YouTube, right?
Well, I was trying to sell a sponsorship the
You
other
guys
day.
live stream?
No,
And I
not yet.
s-
We're getting set up for it.
They're like, yeah. I'm like, yo, we can put your fucking company in front of dozens and dozens of people. This is gonna be, it's gonna be great.
So one of the cool things, have you seen the table that I built?
Is it in one of the episodes?
Yeah, if you go to like
That's funny. My boy built this table.
Yeah, I would say 16 actually is a good one. So I built this. We were doing like the
Yeah.
kind of lounge area shit.
I was thinking, like, when you were going through that shit, if any of your boys were like, yo, numb nuts.
Where did that come from, you idiot? That was a conversation. Like,
Because I thought of just like, I was thinking of the word in my head, like, I don't know, numb nuts. And then I was like, wait. And like, my idea kept getting better. I'm like, dude, this is an incredible thing to say. Bro.
but hold on, we weren't even talking about that at all. Like, it was like Steven in your marinating in your brain. It's like, I can't wait to say numb nuts.
It's like this
So
gonna,
fucking dumb. I can't even.
like this is gonna hit so hard.
Brilliant. It did. Look at
So this
Well,
is
serious question.
Don't.
What?
It's still not ready. It's not time.
Oh, I'm not gonna. No. I was gonna ask. Have your nuts ever gotten numb?
no.
Oh, okay, all right. Let's move on then.
I mean, I couldn't feel them physically with my hands because they were numb.
Who's Jake Shore?
Jake Shore's a DJ from Chicago. He came out on the
Oh,
show.
okay,
obviously.
cool. That's dope. Is that just, bro? I'm so retarded. I'm like, yo, you guys put his name on your tablecloth, but it's probably just on the video.
no, bro, it's not. So this
It's
is
on
what,
the tablecloth.
No, so this is that's a table that I built.
You spray painted his name on the table.
No, I built
Fuck out, man.
I built that
You're running
table.
out of options. Just shut the fuck up.
Isn't even really there. Am I hallucinating?
Like what, Jake Shore? What are you talking about?
Who's Jake Shore? What are you doing? Like,
Yo, man, that's so stupid. He's so fucking dumb. Go ahead.
Yo, why you just roasted me for no We're laughing because you're so stupid.
In a good way. In a good way. In a good way. Because you keep like asking, like, all right, so it's either on the table, on the fucking side.
spray painted.
Tell me that you guys see this too. I know. Like, what other option is there? I think you're just seeing things because you're on shrooms.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's only one of two things, but he's like, no.
It's neither of those things.
So
Is it on the camera lens?
No, bro. I'll tell you if you stop guessing.
All right. Tell me.
I built the fucking table and I mounted TVs to it. Those are TVs.
oh,
Now
the
we can
dumbest
bring
thing
up
I've
our
ever
own images.
Yo,
So why we did
what?
it is we were talking about
Oh,
advertising.
shit.
you realize that you don't have to put TVs there. You could just put it on your.
But it looks way better, and now
On
we
TVs.
use that for advertising.
Oh, nice.
It was also so now
That's why you're
companies.
successful, and we're.
Give me them chips. Look at their set, bro. We're in my basement. He's like, you didn't have to do that. You could have got one of those lighty things.
Yeah.
You could have got a lighty thing.
One of those lighty boards over there would take care of that perfect.
Oh shit, bro. My abs.
that was
laughing.
That was a good one.
So those are TV. Okay.
Oh,
I like
that's
it.
pretty
I like
sick.
it.
I think what Jay was saying though is like with the like adding sources you could do right in OBS.
Yeah, it just doesn't look as. I mean, this looks legit.
Sure.
It looks like an ESPN fucking setup.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I was watching one of my buddies from work just started a podcast. Hold it together, bro.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Hold together. You just had a 35-minute laugh attack.
We were all laughing together.
Because we were
You know what
laughing
he
at you
did
laughing.
Is can you pull this up? Two bears? No, that's what's his name?
That's Tom Segura.
I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds. I meant Burt Crusher. I was still way off. Fuck, I don't know the name of this podcast, bro. 2 guys, 6 beers. I don't fucking know. Two Guys, Six Beers podcast.
It's like 2 guys, 1 cup. Bring that up.
I'm sweating now, bro. Damn. No, but they so his is kind of like sports themed a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it right there. And just check the most recent one. I love what they did. They put go to the other one.
They have
I
no
guess.
content. Good one, bro.
Zero videos. Go to videos and then the most recent. It should be with Milton maybe 2 days ago. I don't know. Yeah. So on the left, it's like he kind of put like the bullet points. Like, you know when you're watching a show on ESPN and they tackle each talking point? I thought it was pretty cool.
So that and like timestamps are cool at the bottom.
Oh my goodness, bro.
If you have timestamps, like what you're going to
Crying.
actually talk about so people can fast forward to it.
Just wiped
But that's
my
what
nose
Clips
and
is
my
all
eye.
for now.
And that's the reality is that people want the information fast.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily really want to sit through. So
No.
a specific person does, for a niche podcast, does go through like the whole thing if they're on a long ride, driving type shit.
Yeah. And that's what Spotify is good for because people just want to like
That's
listen to
correct.
it and whatever.
Do you guys upload directly to Spotify or do you use like a hosting site like Simplecast or Podbean or something? Or do you
We
not
use
know?
a hosting site.
That's
I
what we
know
use,
that.
Simplecast, and it goes to like all of them.
I'm not sure which one. So Frank handles that.
Yeah, that's
I'm not sure what one he uses.
It would be
but-
silly to not do that because what you
Yeah.
do is you upload once and then like I don't know, kind of like a hub and spoke. It just goes to fucking all
Yeah.
the different ones
So do you save all your full videos?
until we run out of space.
Yeah. Like, what do you do when you run out of space? You have
Delete
you just
the
delete
old ones.
them. I know it sucks, right?
Well, we actually bought this hard drive. I don't know. Have you been using that or we're just deleting them? We forgot about the hard
He
drive.
said you don't pay him enough for that.
Yeah.
It's above his pay grade, dog.
Yo. This man is overpaid and underworked. I'll tell you that right now. How much?
Another 5 an hour.
Oh, okay, cool. I said, don't talk real prices in front of like prospective clients, bro. We're trying to get you your first contracted gig as the
Just
J2
texted
audio
Dan.
engineer.
We got this guy for $350 an hour. It's awesome.
Cool. Signed, sold. So I'm sold like he's a piece of prop. Take that one out. Oh man, that was good. Where we at, comment wise? We got any fun? I feel like this was a good 20 minutes, bro. I want to interact with some motherfuckers. Oh God, you gotta. Oh, we're way late with these.
Vic DeBetto is awesome. Yeah.
Vic
there we go.
DeBetto, yeah, everybody knows who.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Besides
Devin. See,
Josh.
remember I was telling you it looked like Devin's brother. He says it looks like him for sure. I wasn't
Like,
throwing.
damn, Jay, you
I wasn't
his
throwing
shine. Vic DeBetto, awesome dude. Was in Mall Cop 2 as well.
Who, Vic? Got to get the bread and milk, baby.
That's a classic Vic DeBetto.
Back to the home,
and milk.
grandpa.
Oh, you have an
What does that
Android?
mean?
That's probably Brandon trying to roast me is for my age.
Oh, not trying.
That's successful. You have an
You
Android.
just said you have an
bro. That's
Android.
rough.
And an Android. Yeah.
You ruin chats, group chats for every person with an iPhone ever.
That's right.
Yo, the funniest thing you've ever said. Do you remember when we were roasting you for having an Android? And then Shaq was like, "Oh, that's why your site surveys are all pixelated." And then you go, "How do you know what a site survey is?"
Bro, I had to get. I don't like coming at people's neck like that, but I will.
Yo, I guess that was stupid to talk about that inside joke because you have no idea what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
But
No clue.
Jay just basically ended this dude.
You guys both doing solar?
Yeah,
Same company?
yeah,
You knock doors?
no.
What do you do?
Closed deals. I was inside the office for a long time, just kind of doing like office.
Oh, so they give
office
you
work.
leads and you go out and fucking close them?
Yeah, you
Solid.
can. And I mean, you really get where you want to be by supplementing that with your own generated shit, whether it's knocking doors or networking or
Yeah.
even signing deals with third party marketing companies. But that's how you're gonna do the big numbers.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing? Sales? Yeah.
Whew.
I could never knock doors, bro.
I mean, you don't know what your capabilities are. Bro.
I know people that are making like $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 knocking doors, selling
yeah.
solar. Like it's crazy.
100%, bro.
But I would never like. There's so much rejection in knocking doors.
Yeah.
Well, that's a part of sales. That's like
Not for
it's-
me, dog.
Well, yeah, because you're not in sales, right?
I am in sales.
Oh, you
I
are
just
in
closed,
sales.
bro.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
What do you close? What do you do?
So I work for Chase Building Supply in Foxborough. I sell like basically you're building a house, hit me up. I
Yeah.
go through the blueprints, tell you what you need, give you a price on everything. Decking, roofing, framing, lumber, like
So
everything.
you're not used to people telling you no.
Well, I am because I
They're
did.
probably just saying no to a price, though.
I
Not
did-
really to the idea
Exactly.
of solar.
So I did in-home sales for a home remodel, 2 different home remodeling companies for 4 years total.
You could
So-
hack it.
Oh no, I could. I did well. But it gets to a point where like, dude, there's so many. You realize how much money you're overcharging people. Like the companies that I work for are selling windows that they're buying for $200,
Based on what, though? Overcharging them based on...
$1,200, $1,500 a window installed, and it's like too much fucking money.
I mean, at what point? I mean, I guess you got to start looking at things like the overhead of the company. You got to pay the people that are involved in that transaction.
Yeah, but like the customer doesn't need to pay that.
Of course they do.
They don't.
Who does?
You need to lower your prices and cut your overhead.
Then you go out of business, man. When you start undercutting prices too
I
much
know,
because
but so also another problem with it, and it was not with the first company that I worked with. It was more the second company that I worked with. I won't mention names. But,
sensing a common denominator here, bro.
no.
I'm just
It's
kidding.
so like I
It's
sold
like,
a
trust
jo-
me, I've
I
worked for
sold
17 companies. All right?
I
They
sold
all
a
They got the
suck.
same problem.
I sold a job for
The hiring
$80,000.
manager.
I sold a job for $80,000. Windows, siding. Realistically, person could have went out, bought the materials themselves, found their own contractor, and they could have paid $25,000 to get the job done. They trusted this company because of the company's history, the name, me going out there selling the company.
Gotcha. You got a commission on that?
Yeah,
Okay.
13% of
Bro,
80
there's
grand.
some of your money right there.
Well, I understand that. And I'm okay with doing that, and I'm okay with charging that if you live up to what I am selling them.
Got you. So the
I-
back end fulfillment wasn't what it should
Wasn't
have been for the
there
money.
for the second company that I work for. They lit this motherfucker's house on fire.
Yeah, that's probably not what you paid for. You
Exactly.
should get a discount at least.
Correct.
So,
So
hey, I wanted
there-
new windows.
And then they tried to not
My house is on fire.
and then they tried to not pay me.
that was the demonstration. They're fireproof windows. The only part of the house.
you
still
just,
there,
you just had to
bro.
wait for the rest of it, you know? The windows would still be there.
And they tried to not. Pay
They
you.
tried to not pay me my commission and my bonus that I made off of it because of their fuck up.
Well, did the deal still get closed? And did
It
the
ended
money
up-
go back to the customer, or was the
I
customer
had
just
to go
that
out
money?
there and fix it all and smooth it over, which is
course, you're the sales guy.
shouldn't be on me because that's on the company. I mean, at that point, you
Yeah.
light someone's house on fire, the owner of the company should go out there and
Yeah.
suck on their balls and pray
Literally.
that they forgive them.
Whoa.
Shit.
Regardless.
I'm about to get into arson.
What?
I say, oh, I'm gonna own a window company.
Yeah, or whatever. I want somebody to come here and suck up my balls.
you would be doing the
I'd be
sucking.
ball-
bro.
balls.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'm saying that's so nonchalant. I know. I'd be the ball.
now I sell the materials and not the actual contracting.
Yeah.
So like you're buying the materials from me. I know the materials are good. No
But there's
problem
a,
selling.
I'll tell you what.
there's
you
a
know
lot
what?
to be said
Oh,
though
go ahead.
about There's a lot. I'm like, yeah, shut up. No, there's something to be said though about thinking that you're charging the customer too much because I think you made a great comparison. Like you charged them 80 grand, but they could have went and bought the materials, did it themselves for 25 grand. But the customer that is willing and knowledgeable enough will buy the material and do it themselves.
Correct.
Like, listen, what's an oil change cost? 30, 40, 50 bucks?
Not even.
Not even.
I would happily
You can do
pay
it for
$100
20.
for somebody to just come do my oil change and I don't even have to think about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
think there's a customer that like wants that experience of I just don't want to deal with it. I'll pay more, just get it done. It is what
But
it is.
if they forget to put the bolt back in that keeps all the oil in and you drive off the fucking lot that they're
Yeah.
on and your motor blows up, you're going to be pretty pissed about paying $100 for that.
That could
oil
happen
change.
at any value.
right.
Right? So like, but when it's a consistent thing that keeps happening, you keep letting people down
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
you're
true.
selling to, then
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when
yeah,
it becomes a
I
problem.
got you.
The first company I ended up leaving because the second company offered me more money. Much more money. It would be stupid for me not to leave.
Gotcha.
So I left. I went to the other company, and then I figured out why they were giving more money and like because they weren't fulfilling their promises to everybody, and they wanted people that just would like
Just shit
kind of
fulfill.
turn an eye to it and not care about it.
I'll tell you what. I realized even over the past year and a half that I've been with doing solar and whatever in sales is that there's a certain value there, right? What you think something's worth is totally different than what, let's say, the next person thinks it's worth.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of almost intangible, kind of made up doesn't really exist, to tell you the truth. Meaning, like, there's the peace of mind aspect of a reputation, and then how do you put value to that? How do you put value to peace of mind?
And so one of the things that the other
Can't
two,
put a price on that.
well, it's true though. So like one of the things that
Bro, we used to sell alarms, bro. That's what we were selling. We'd be like, I don't know if I want to pay $40. It's like, listen, at the end of the day, you get to go to sleep, lock your doors, and know that if anything were to happen, your family's safe. Can you put a price on that? No. All right, we'll be out there tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah, you just close the deal. That's it. Slide it in.
I mean, if you just price everything by its itemized, whatever, well then, yeah.
I think what you're saying,
you would never buy nothing.
You'd never buy anything. But
Anything,
you remind me, you would never buy nothing.
I want that guy as my customer. He's buying everything. Come on down.
Hey, call my friend here. He never not buys nothing. I think what you're saying, because there's a market value for shit. Like there's obviously a price range that you should or shouldn't buy something. You should never go buy a Camry for $100,000. But I think what you're saying, well, I'm going to finish the thought with, I think what you're getting at is like a good deal is just a state of mind, because you can walk out of a car dealership thinking, hey, I got a really good deal. I paid $30,000 for this truck. Yep. And then you talk to somebody that says, oh, I just got the same one for $21,000. Now you no longer got a good deal.
Yeah, so kind of like buying Nikes versus.
Not to sound racist or anything.
Oh, here we go. He's about to say some racist ass shit.
But Indians and Asians, Indians and
You better
Asians,
hurry up and get the rest out.
Indians
He's
and
like,
Asians,
suck.
in their culture, they like to haggle.
Oh,
they
for
want to
sure,
get the best
bro.
price. So what I would do when I dealt with
Patels.
these people is
Arabs do.
these people, Indians. Yeah.
He's get the new guy to deal
Well,
with
no,
it.
that's different. Arabs and Indians are different.
Not fellow. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, they're all the same, man, whatever.
what I would do when I would deal with these people is I would get my number, like, hey, you have 40 windows, siding, whatever it comes to it. I see the number on my page. I'm like, oh, 120,000. Okay, cool. I'm going to tell them it's 132,000. So I would lie. I would add on 10%.
You're
Now I have
talking about the company, not the my man's over here like, I would just lie to
now I have a built-in 10%
that you can
that
reduce
I
when
can
they still
because
think
it's
they're getting a good
it's
deal.
not the deal that they're getting. It's the deal that they think they're getting. 100%.
But what if
They
somebody values that enough for you to increase it 10%?
And if they said yes to 132,000,
Yeah.
I'd be like, awesome, thank you. That's a
of
nice check
course.
for me. I'm not gonna lower it.
yeah.
I'm gonna take that extra 10K. Probably spend on hookers and cocaine.
But I guess that's what I'm getting at, is that if that person believes that the value is there,
Yeah,
Again, it's a state of mind, bro.
it is. It's all how you sell it. Like you have to build it, but it becomes very hard to build that value when the company is continuously fucking
Fucking up,
people over
yeah.
on the back end.
Yeah, that's not
and that's when you start to suck at what you do because you're like, I don't know if these guys are actually gonna get it right.
Right, because
Like, I
you
don't
lose
know,
faith.
like,
That's kind
exactly.
of one of the things I feel like that's been the easiest selling point to drive home, like the company we work for. Because there's a lot of other solar companies dude,
Tons
that
of them
do
out
shit
there.
cheap
Yeah.
too, like cheaper than us.
Oh yeah.
But like, dude, we fucking legit will, if we put panels on somebody's house without turning this into a sales pitch, and a year goes by and they're not generating enough power,
Yeah.
we go back and give them free panels to make it right. Like our CEO
What do I
is just
sign?
fucking.
Kidding.
Why do you get so mad? He's like, I sell solar too.
What company do you work for? Or do you not mention it on
Smart Green Solar.
Smart Green? Okay.
We'll give them that one free plug. It's like it helps me if I plug them.
7 or 5 people are gonna see that.
Yeah,
awesome.
they all already work for us. They already work with us.
No,
we've actually,
I-
if you watch, we've had the CEO on a couple times. I don't remember.
Oh, really?
Remember, yeah, the Indian dude, the people you were just shitting on.
don't-
He's one of them.
He adds a 10% in too when he's dealing with his own people.
Like his
I
wife
guarantee.
is Asian too. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, really? It's like the nightmare situation to walk into. Like,
Oh my god, they got the greatest deal on that wedding ever.
oh, they actually made money on their wedding.
Most people do.
That's very true. I've actually thought about that before.
married for profit.
Getting married for profit. Dude, think about it.
I'd have you start doing that, bro. You could probably get like donations for your divorce party too. You could
Hell
really
yeah.
make a killing.
What about having a big ass backyard wedding instead of spending all that crazy money on it? People are still going to give you gifts, and then you take that money.
Yeah, but the amount of like cash that you get, because that's kind of where you make the money back. Like people give you cash.
Yeah.
If you're having a backyard wedding, don't expect the same money in that car than if you have your wedding at a nice
Yeah.
5-star place, bro.
But instead of
what
inviting,
do you give me for food, bro? Like hot dogs and a burger?
Instead of
It's
inviting-
$9.
There's $7 in your card.
instead of inviting 150 people, I'm going to invite 500 people.
God damn, that sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
For the caterer, I'm still going to pay to have it catered. You're still going to get a
I
steak.
wouldn't even go through all that bullshit.
And then I'm just gonna go on like a 3-month honeymoon with all that money, instead of throwing a 1-day party.
Hey, we should just start like a pyramid scheme, bro. What's that dude's name that went to jail? Bernie
Madoff?
Yeah. What a genius.
Hell yeah. He
Think
was
about
smart.
his name, Bernie Madoff. Yeah,
Madoff.
you did.
Motherfucker sure did.
With all the money, baby.
He was good at what he did.
It's like, I'm going to change my name to Jay Scams a lot.
No one will ever pick up on it. Hey, this is Jay
What's up,
Scamslot.
Josh?
You want to give me a
Robbing
bunch of money?
Yeah, robbing you. Oh, this is my friend over here. Tom, take all your shit.
They just get increasingly more obvious.
Get really brazen out here.
It's Paul having you invest in his money with no return. How do you even fit that on an application? Oh, man.
How do you spell that, sir? Just like it sounds.
Just like common spelling. Took all your shit.
I keep
Greek
forgetting.
background.
TV's behind me now. This is freaking me out. I forget there's a TV, and I'm like, why aren't they looking at me? They're looking back there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. If you put, I'm like a fucking squirrel, man. Like if you put, or a dog rather, looking at a fucking squirrel. Like if you put anything
Yeah.
behind, I'm like, ugh.
So normally we like
Lights.
there's a we typically he'll just take everything off so nobody does get distracted. But anyways,
Life happens.
say listen, man,
Doesn't matter.
this was a lot of fun, homie. I hope you had a
hell
good
yeah.
time.
It was awesome.
Some good laughs. Thank you for sharing all that shit. You know, I'm glad you're like an open book.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we'll let you slide with the whole Simone thing. We'll
It didn't sound really that bad.
did you
just
miss
started shit about it.
No,
What
but did you
I
miss
just
the part
felt
that he was real
stupid.
worried about, bro?
I was sitting in a room.
What did he say, man? That was the bad part.
I don't remember. I don't listen to that
It
shit.
was like, bro, it was like defending a rapist. He was like,
But I wasn't
allegedly.
defending him.
They're
But
like,
the
oh,
way
no,
that it came off.
That's
I
what
was
matters.
saying,
The
like,
fact that
Yeah.
he wasn't really defending.
I was
They're
trying
like-
to say like I don't even know that she was really involved in that. I wasn't saying allegedly.
They're like, yeah, the guy,
touched them.
the
No,
guy
obviously,
fucking
they-
touched all the kids.
terrible.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I missed
You're
that
like one
whole
of
You're
those-
like
trial.
Epstein,
You're like one of those-
allegedly.
You're like one of those Michael Jackson defenders.
I
Allegedly.
hate Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I love Michael
I
Jackson.
know you do.
You touch
don't
little
think-
kids.
Yeah,
The
sure,
perfect
sure.
time for you to drop
Sure,
allegedly.
sure. I think, there was one question you wanted to ask him, I know, before we finished up, right?
Are you?
I set you up perfectly. You blew it.
No, why'd you
choked-
say it like that? You
You
really put me
choked
on the
under
spot.
pressure.
I knew it was
Why,
coming.
bro?
Are you gay? No. That's,
Dude, the time you dropped it in the meeting, and it's like so pure. So pure.
You
I
literally
think-
just say, "Why
I think
are you
you just
gay?"
met somebody new, right? And it was obviously somebody that,
very new.
somebody that, listen, if you were ever going to stereotype somebody for being into same-sex relationships,
Yeah.
this would be that
Just that
person.
guy.
And she's like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm down to talk. I'm an open book. Ask me whatever you want. He goes, why are you gay?
What did she say?
No, he said it to me, bro.
No,
He didn't say to her. Even he's got some sort of filter in public, Why are you?
Hey, listen.
All right,
as long as everybody realizes that, I don't really mean any harm.
Yeah, he
I'm
doesn't
just
really
joking.
care how
No,
you got
it's
to
all
this point.
fun and fucking jokes, dude. And that's why comedians can get away with it, and that's why when we post stuff, we label it comedy because we want people to know, like,
That's
we're
the thing,
saying
even in-
this shit for fun.
Even in comedic acts, people are walking out because they're
People
getting
are
offended. It's like
walking out,
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
Well,
It kind of
because they're
burns me.
criticizing.
Normally, like what comedian you're going to see
Yeah.
too. Like, why are you so
like people are getting really upset
We
about
should
stuff
label
like
our shit,
comedians.
buddy.
nonfiction? Like double down on it. Nonfiction serves no comedic purpose.
I bet you there's people that actually watch this. Now,
No, there's not.
I've been doing shrooms. right.
That's where you lost me, bro.
I'm doing shrooms. I'm drinking, and then people are like, "Why do you think this?" Like, come on.
Those things,
I got a lot of shit going on up here,
No,
man.
come
Like,
on,
those
really?
things almost got me earlier. When you watch it back, watch that part because I think you'll
you
notice
laugh
it.
for 30 minutes straight. What do you mean they almost got you, bro? They got you.
No, like in the bad way.
Oh,
like,
oh,
like I was battling that demon, bro. I was worried y'all were
He's
gonna
like, I was
notice
chasing
it.
the dragon.
I'm like, yo, if
like
they
a
start
heroin
asking me
addict
like if
over
I'm
here.
okay, I'm gonna lose it.
I thought
What,
you were
you
just
gonna
really
lose it?
interested in what I was
No, I wasn't
saying. and
interested.
you-
I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. What the hell are you talking about, guy?
in my head,
It's
I
a
was
bad
like,
trip getting paranoid and shit. I was just like, fuck, man, I'm forgetting how to breathe
That would
right
have been
now.
awesome on cam, bro.
It was
if we
never
had
gonna
that.
happen. I'm telling you, I saw the whole thing play out. I was going upstairs
He's
saying
like,
I gotta pee.
he's like, I ain't
was
being a
gonna text.
bitch.
I was gonna text Brandon, tell him I won't
Yo,
be back. Just clean
in
up when you're
Josh's
done.
mind, he was like punching like purple dinosaurs. He was like
fighting back.
fucking
You ain't gonna get
punching
me.
mushrooms and shit.
You ain't getting me today.
I was like, yo,
Bitch.
JP said they'd be weaker now. I've never felt this high. That I can that I'm like, I'm there, boys. These shrooms just kicked in. Like I got over that fucking first hill on the roller coaster.
Yeah, it was all you really did. You switched up. You were completely silent for like 5 minutes, and I was like, "Damn, I'm telling a great story. He likes this. He likes this. We're hitting stride right now."
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Yo, I was tripping so hard."
I really was, bro.
That was
All
good.
right, so listen, before we go, just obviously Up Late with Friends is the podcast. You
Up
guys
Late
are
with
crushing
Friends.
it. It's like that on YouTube. Fat Pores Peacock is Instagram.
Instagram is going to be at Up Late with Friends. My personal is Fat Pores Peacock. YouTube, Up Late with Friends. That's where we put all the full videos. And on Spotify, Up Late with Friends again. That's where we put just the audio for, I think we started episode 15 to like 19 is on there right now.
Dope.
And we will
Obviously,
definitely
we'll
have-
plug all that shit. We'll throw the links. We'll
Yeah,
drop
and
them
we'll
down.
definitely have you guys up.
Don't worry, it's
we
not
gotta-
a trade off.
We gotta set. No, I want to, dude.
All right, cool.
I mean,
We'll
I was
have
trying to do
It'll
a
be funny.
podcast with
It'll
you
be very
fucking year
funny.
ago.
I know.
2 years ago. Shit.
Nah, we will have a lot
Yeah,
of fun, bro. And
absolutely.
neither one of us will put our hands up for anything, so you don't have to worry about us.
We don't have to have a conversation before. Like,
Who's that? Who's that dude? Where's the guy with no shirt? What's that?
that's Carrie.
Why are you looking at the guy
Carrie
with no
Hamilton.
shirt?
It's the only one that's not red. It's stuck out.
He's like, well, yeah, and he's also
Jacked.
tatted the fuck up.
Yeah, it's also a shirtless dude.
Shirtless.
I don't know. It's just fucking-
Yeah. Carrie Hamilton, he came on. His
Who?
dad is it.
Oh,
Everyone, dude, it was wild.
Came on his dad. What the fuck?
Well, his dad
Alright.
is like a boxer or some shit. Yeah,
Care what he did? His son came on him. What the fuck? It's
he
okay.
came on
It's
the
okay.
show.
It's a banker.
His dad sells
yo.
insurance.
Let's wrap it up, man. Brandon,
Yeah.
dude. Yo, this was
Appreciate
so
you
fun.
guys having me.
Yeah,
Good times.
Did you have fun?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I was.